Dude, I literally I felt bad. I slept through Rogue Entertainment last night, and I started watching that. Oh God, we're live. All right, let's play the intro, ladies and gentlemen. How professional of me.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of our creation. What we see will defy explanation. If you wanna view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Wanna change the world? There's nothing to it. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of our creation. What we see will defy explanation. If you wanna view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Wanna change the world?
The People's Champion, Itepwakuian. Watch out for the medallions. My diamonds are reckless. It feels like a midget is hanging from my necklace.
We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of our creation.
Oh, good Wednesday evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, it is he, it is me, P-double-D, Itepwakuian, in the place to be reviews, right here with all of yous, going rogue, my own Rogue Entertainment show right here, the People's Champ in the house. But I have to say this first. We have to pay homage to something that happened 25 years ago. It makes me feel old as fuck. But you know what, ladies and gents, it's all good in the hood, because this was something that really, as many of you know, and pretty much all of you know by now, I'm a former professional wrestler. My last run in the business was a year and a half in a stable that I basically came in and changed into a tribute stable to the New World Order, which is my favorite wrestling stable of all time. So I felt it would be fun to do this right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the night it all happened. Whoo, that still gives me goosebumps. Damn welcome, one and all. Let me introduce my panel. My co-host, Tony Tonedeaf, will be here soon. Let me show it off. Let me show off the hardware. The People's Champion. I'll say it live. Watch out for the medallions. My diamonds are reckless. It feels like the entire People's Championship medallion is hanging from my necklace. And this bitch weighs 5 pounds. It is heavy. I sit here and like do crunches during the show with this thing on. But let me introduce my guest, ladies and gents. First of all, making his return to the program after an absence of far too long, the Rookie Critic.
What's up, buddy? That medallion's looking sexy around your neck over there.
Thank you,
Hell
sir.
yeah.
Thank you.
Fucking
Welcome,
congrats.
welcome.
Nice. Future feature film director, the Rookie Critic here. What's up, everybody? Yeah, I am glad to be back. I love that intro right there. Freaking awesome.
Oh, welcome, man. Well, thank you. Like I said, man, thank you. It's always a pleasure to have you on, bro. Big time member of the Fandom Collective, one of the cornerstones and the bricks in that in the foundation of that awesome group that really does everything to support these creators in this community. So thank you for that, bro, and thank you for letting me be a part of that.
Hell yeah, no problem. We rise together as you have been. Now, what's up? What's up count are you at right now?
We hit 740 today, so
40, good. That's a good 40 more than last time I saw you.
Yep, we're moving on up like George and Wheezy. And let me introduce to you our next guest on the panel, ladies and gentlemen, making his debut on the channel, Black Angus Reviews.
Hey, back in Black Angus. What's up?
Oh, welcome, brother. Welcome, man.
Sorry, I had to hydrate with some honey brown.
Oh, it's all good. I'm sitting here, and I'm enjoying a glass. I got Cabernet tonight. I'm feeling like I'm feeling like I lift my pinky when I drink it. I'm feeling like a classy broad tonight. So
A nice glass of Cabernet today.
No, it's all about that Merlot, man.
Raspberry schnapps.
Oh hell. And there's featuring my dog in the background barking. What's up, Brutal Morning Wood? He says the motherfucking hail, E-Tep, the people's champ, my people's champ. Love you, Brutal Morning Wood. One of the best names on goddamn YouTube. Nano Reaper's in the house. Even when he's not here, he's here. What the fuck? Nothing but playback errors. YouTube. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Superfan Adam Shawhan says, Rookie! Angus!
Shawhan!
Adam, what's up, brother? Welcome, man.
White girl wasted.
Who we got here? Fun University. Hope all is well with you. And F you to you all. F you to Fun University as well. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, so Tony will be here around 9 this evening. We got about 11 minutes till Tony Tone Dev shows up. So I figured what we would do is we will start out with some Loki coverage. And here, let me just, I'll load the segment. And here is our Loki coverage for the evening, ladies and gentlemen, for today's episode.
This week on Disney Plus's hit show, Loki. Well, I guess it really doesn't matter because he's already dead.
Who's the asshole?
And that was Loki. That was our Loki coverage, ladies and gents. That's the complete story of Loki. It doesn't matter. He's dead. It doesn't matter.
That would have been funny if they hyped up the release of the show and they literally like, oh, it's going to be 6 episodes. They show like literally 5 minutes like that. And
He's
like, all right, that's the show. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Yep.
I was like, I gotta try to do a goofy voice on doing that so I can have Mickey get all mad at him. I'm like, that's just how it's gonna go. But yeah, I watched the first episode of that show, and I was like, okay, I fell asleep within like 20 minutes. Watched it again, fucking made it about the same amount of time. Then the third time I forced myself, I like put toothpicks in my eyes and, took a bunch of NoDoz and, couple 8 balls, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch this fucking show. No, I didn't take any NoDoz, and I'm like, I'm gonna watch this show, and I finally made it through it, and I'm like, why did I watch this show? Fuck, it wasn't Falcon and the Winter Soldier bad. It was just like, not for me. I'm like, I'm all right, I'm good. I'm not gonna watch this one. I'll catch it on the next go around, something else. Marvel, I'm not as brutally done with as I am Star Wars. Like Star Wars, I'm like militantly like, fuck it all, burn it to the ground now. But no, like Marvel, I'm still like, I'll probably go see Black Widow, because I'm such a toxic white male.
You got to see Scarlett Jo sweaty one more time.
Right? I mean, even though she's complaining about being over-sexualized. But we're going to talk about that later, too, because that is absolutely hilarious, and it just proves that she does not know her character, does not know her character's backstory, does not know who the fuck her character is at all, apparently. So there's that, right? That's just, it's hilarious to me that these meat puppets can be so fucking... just so, I don't know. It's funny. So oblivious, I guess. It's like you don't understand the sheer any of the backstory of your character, none of the lore, none of the lineage, none of the mythology, none of it. You don't know that she is a femme fatale, and that's like a femme fatale is beautiful and deadly. It's like Nightshade. I don't. It seems like stupidity, but I mean I know it's not. It's just they don't care. It's just a paycheck. Let me learn my lines and blah, blah, blah,
She was younger back in the day when she first joined the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and now it's been a different time where you can't be a sexy Black Widow.
When she was
I
24.
think say black woman. I'm like, wait, is she saying racial?
First she gets in trouble for playing an Asian fucking ghost, and now she's in trouble for playing a black woman. What is she, Steve Martin?
I forgot her name was Natasha. I was like, what am I going to call her? Scarlet again? What was her name in the show? Oh, yeah, Black Widow. There we go.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, Glinzer. At 36, ScarJo complaining about over-sexualization. She wasn't complaining at 26. No, you're absolutely right, bro.
She was ready for that role.
Oh yeah.
Women will line up to play that shit, but then when like they hit the wall, then they're going to complain because it's like, oh, I can't keep up with these girls, you know.
Yes, I'm gonna say that it's sexmatisms.
And that's the thing is, it's not that she's still freaking beautiful. I mean,
Yeah.
she's a beautiful woman. You know, whether she's getting, I mean, whether she thinks her looks are fading or what. I mean, you know,
So she has a couple of years left.
She's preparing
for the young roles, you know.
She's preparing for the drop off. Apparently, you know, like I'm gonna start complaining about being over sexualized now.
When she turns 43, she can be in the Golden Girls reboot.
She could be what was the whore's name? Was that Blanche?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Blanche was the whore. It was Blanche.
Well, I don't know. Sophia was kind of getting around.
I was about to say, don't they all kind of? There's an episode where each of them tried to get some.
Shit, even Estelle Getty was trying to get the D still at that point.
she probably had some in between takes.
Going to Dorothy, right?
Yeah. That's Estelle Getty. Stop her, my
Big
mom will
Bird.
shoot. Yeah.
I love that show. I need to watch that again.
Back in St. Olaf.
Oh,
You don't get too many motherfuckers making Golden Girls references.
We need to talk about that. Let's do a watch party of Golden Girls. I'll get some
totally
brewskis.
down. I'm not
Some brewskis
I would
and
do
watch some of that.
I would do that. I want to see Rookie get as trashed as he did on his birthday watching Golden
No
Girls.
shit, no.
Oh my god! I was like, motherfucker, you need water and an IV like stat.
I was chugging water, but what's funny was after I ended the stream, I hopped onto the Valkyrie stream to congratulate them on monetization, and I'm like, you girls are pretty cool, and congratulations, and you knew you'd always go far, and you're pretty cool, and I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing there? I'm like, I'm not a douchebag, I'm brain smart.
I'm brain smart. Hail Bone. Bone just showed up in the chat. What's up, bro? How you doing?
Bone and Brutal Morningwood are like my favorite names. I keep on saying Burning Morningwood on accident.
Hey, you know what you need a little cutaway cut when Bone comes on. Giving the dog a bone.
I was honestly, I thought you were going. See, I was like gonna go with the beginning of Crossroads, just because it goes boom, 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 like that form. I was gonna hit him with that.
Bad
when
to
it shows
the
up in
bone.
the
There's lots
chat.
of bone.
Bad to the Bone by George Thorogood.
You could do Wishbone. You remember that? Wishbone, the
Ooh,
little
I
dog.
love that show.
The little dog. Yeah, there's like a
Hunchback of
little.
Notre Dame.
There's a little dog. I forget the type. That is like it's
He's
called
Jack Russell.
I have no idea what the show was about. I just remember it was called Wishbone, and there was a little dog that was like the star of the show.
He what it was like thinking like Reading Rainbow, teach kids stories, but they would like reenact them, like Hunchback, etc. So like he would play Quasimodo, but he's like a little dog getting shit thrown at him.
Glinzer, I don't know. StreamYard is showing me that there's 3 watching now, but there's like more than that in the chat. And
yeah, YouTube struggles to update itself sometimes, especially when a lot of people are live or StreamYard or whatever.
Yeah. And I know after Sporking News is over, we'll get the runoff. They'll be coming over here. Brutal Morningwood says, "I've been called worst rookie. No worries."
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, I'll try to on purpose come up with different names to call you now.
You don't have Burning Morningwood unless you put your Pepe in something wrong the night before. Then it's Burning Morningwood.
Oh yeah, you can't have that.
Depending on what you wake up next to, it could be brutal. Who knows? I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying I played one on TV once. Unfortunately, it was a proctologist, and I was on my 600-pound life. It was fucking horrifying. But seriously, enough jokes. Let's see. We should probably. I was hoping Tony would be here, but well, you know what? What?
Well, you're talking about Loki though.
I was talking about.
better.
I was talking about Loki a little bit, and I don't know. Are you watching that, Angus? Are you actually watching the show?
Yeah,
You are? Okay. Give me some thoughts on it. Give me your thoughts on it. I want to know what you think.
There's actually, Rookie knows this. It's actually kind of inspired me to want to. I need to sit down and finish my script and do it. But there's I'm an atheist, but I'm very intrigued by religion. I appreciate the lessons of the stories, etc. Mainly Judeo-Christian. And I use it for a lot of like conversation reference and stuff. And one of the things that like I dug into being going from Jehovah's Witness as a kid all the way to Catholicism before I fell away in my 20s. I have been intrigued with like mysteries and stuff. That's kind of what made me fall away. Is this like the faith you have to believe in contradictions and be like, oh, it's a mystery. It's like that doesn't jive with me. But predestination, which is offered in the first episode of Loki, is something I dug into, and it's like essentially going all the way back to the Mishnah, way back in Judaism. They agreed that because of God's knowledge and power, it is predestined, but you have free will, and so you just have to like accept this reality of faith. Then you have people like Calvin that was like, for like the power angle to work, everything has to be like set in stone. You're kind of doomed to hell from birth, and it has its own can of worms. And I see like just some intrigue with Loki in that vein of like, some people just hate the idea of like, well, now nothing matters because it's just like someone's overseeing that the Avengers just do this stuff. They don't really have free will, or there's a question to it. Same with Loki, that he's just. Think about Judas. Judas is kind of prophesied, so it's like, is he really evil if like he doesn't really have a choice? That's kind of where Loki's at. That he realizes like, yes, I do my will, and it's like, yeah, because the TVA lets you, and it's like, wow, that's a real mind fuck. So like that premise really engages me, and the humor I like overall. There's like some race swapping with characters, but again, there are characters that like no one's cared about until the show came about. So like I don't really buy into that argument too much. Although it is an awful trend. Diversity for diversity's sake type of shit. But overall, like I really like this show. This last episode is like another really good cliffhanger. I like the idea, the premise of like falling in love with yourself from another timeline or something. Like it's interesting. It's the fun you can have with sci-fi and philosophy. So I'm really enjoying it. Little details that people aren't liking, like cool, but I don't think it's like Falcon and Winter Soldier. The inclusion of Loki being bi, it's like, well, that makes sense for a guy like him, and I feel like they did it pretty well. It wasn't like forced, and it wasn't the focus. It was just kind of like, yeah, I'm bi, or that's an element to me, and I thought that was good.
Okay, well, good, because like I haven't really had anybody who was actually watching the show on. Like pretty much everybody that's come on has been like, because I watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I should say I suffered through it. Like after WandaVision, I was like, I'm done reviewing the Marvel shows. Like I mean, because I'd spend 6-8 hours putting together a review, taking 300-400 screenshots, laying them all out, writing the script, watching the episode a couple times, and I'm getting 30 views. I'm like, well, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not, So Falcon and the Winter Soldier I watched, and I was just like, this is like a slow motion car accident. Loki, like I got to the beginning of it and I was just meh. Yeah, YouTube is it's shit in the bed right now, isn't it?
Yeah, so I think if the people that are currently watching the stream, I think, are able to see or hear us at least right now, and I think that StreamYard's still recording it, so the replay will still be there. But I think right now, I just tried to click the link to comment in the chat, and I think I can comment in there. I think, but as far as watching it, there's nothing to do anything.
Let's see, mine's live right now.
Yeah, right, so I just did a comment from my phone, but the video on my phone's not coming back or anything. So
yeah, see, hang on, here I've got it. It's live right now on mine. So
okay,
it's still working.
Yeah, I think for some people it's not. It might be why some of it's not working. Yeah, mine's not.
Yep.
Video. Okay, now it seems to be back. So okay, whatever kerfuffles it had, the viewership's probably gonna go up now. So
we're back up and running, and so before we get back into the Loki discussion, I believe Grace had something she wanted to say. I don't know. Grace, go ahead.
That's just a car.
Okay, back to Loki now. Grace.
Wait, what did she say?
That's just a car.
A car?
That's just a car. She was talking about the Batmobile in Batwoman. I clipped my intro to my Batwoman videos. I clipped about 2 or 3 minutes out of one of her videos, and I set it to music, and it's all her like dumbest quotes from her Batwoman video. So yeah, she's Grace has been my intro all season for Batwoman, and I hear Mike Tyson's former punching bag. I mean, Robin Givens is on season 3 now. So yeah, do I still have the Ray Rice gif here? I don't know if I do or not. No, I don't have the Ray Rice.
Mike Tyson for season 3 of Batwoman.
No, his former punching bag, his ex-wife Robin Givens, Wobbin.
Oh, well, that'd be kind of funny if he was going to be the next Batwoman.
I think Mike Tyson would be a better Batwoman than Javicia Leslie. I want to see Mike Tyson in the cowl with the wig. That'd be fucking hilarious.
They just go put on the suit. I can't put no suit on. Like you put the wig on. Yeah,
I'm not putting a motherfucking suit on, motherfucker. You know who I am? I'm Mike Tyson. Robin Givens shows up on stage. He's like, "Oh, Mike, I didn't expect to see you here." He's like, "It's like old times, Robin." Hits her with a left hook. It's like, Jesus Christ. What are you, James Caan? Settle down, Mike.
You've gotten soft since I last hit you.
Robin used to be able to take a 2-piece. Now a left hook knocks that bitch down. It's like, God damn.
I was building her strength. She got weak.
I was laughing. I was like, so I already know who the fuck they're going to have replaced. She's going to be Ryan Wilder's mom. She's going to be a lesbian. And Ryan was the child of a turkey baster or something. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. The show can't get any fucking worse. Like, God, please let it get worse. Like, and Caroline Dries, I know your minions watch this shit. I know they do. Because 2 out of the 3 big CW Batwoman accounts have blocked me, bitch. I know you're watching. I know it.
Man, my cat just brought in a dead moth with its legs broken off.
Your cat is gangster. Your cat is fucking hood.
She's in the corner watching it struggle for life. I feel like I should do something, but I'm not going to. She's gonna probably eat it. But just to update, there you go.
Caroline blocked me on Twitter, you bitch. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying. I need you to block me on Twitter. I want my white privilege, toxic masculinity gauntlet to have all its stones. Caroline.
Yes.
I feel like, what was that old lady's name in Poltergeist? Caroline! Don't go into the light, Caroline! The little tiny lady. She was like almost a munchkin. You know what I'm talking about. She was like the psychic. And
I mean, of course I have seen that movie.
You haven't seen Poltergeist?
Nope.
Nah, I haven't seen it.
Holy shit. Craig T. Nelson was a dad. It had Coach. I mean, come on, man. Poltergeist.
You love Coach.
Yeah, see, that show was fucking great. And if you ever seen Action Jackson, you get to see Craig T. Nelson play the bad guy, which is dope as hell too. But seriously, wait, let me acknowledge the chat here. Nano Reaper, let's see, Superfan says we keep getting errors. Nano Reaper says YouTube is acting like a cracked out meth head. So it's hanging out at a Love's truck stop at 2 a.m. You know, is it a lot lizard too? Let's see. Being anti-Disney, I've been buying a crap load of Marvel Masterworks. 70s Marvel is friggin' awesome. I got this. I got this. Speaking of Marvel, I got this for my birthday, which was in April. It's the Infinity War, like the compendium, and I have not got to read it yet. I have not fucking had a chance to read it. It is goddamn July. And I haven't got to read. I got that bitch in April. I got problems. I got situations and concerns that don't concern the rest of y'all. Superfan Adam Shawhan says, Michael, bite your ear off. Keely Chow, we're coming for you, Caroline Dries. You will block E-Tap on Twitter. I played that. I called her out in one of my videos, and I tag her in all my Batwoman tweets. And I played the Booker T. I was like, we coming for you. I'm not going to say it, but you know what Booker T said to Hogan. And I played that in the fucking thing. I'm like, Caroline, come on, bitch, block me. How many times do I have to play the Eric Bischoff lesbian gif, Caroline? Superfan says they have not seen it. Still here. Screw YouTube. Max Guevara versus Ruby Rose's Batwoman in a boxing match. Promote that. Don King. It'd have to be Don King's ghost, Keely Chow. Don King, he's been dead for, hasn't he? Didn't Don King die?
I have no idea.
I thought he passed away. Or am I thinking of Johnny Cochran? I don't know.
Oh, wait, Don King, that's the guy who got beat up by the cops, right?
No, that's Rodney King. Don King was the fight promoter.
Okay.
Oh, you guys, Golden Girls is on Disney Plus.
No shit. Is it really?
Well, that's what it said when I typed that in here.
Like I said, I still have the benefit of being that guy on all the accounts. Like my mom's got Disney Plus, so I have it because I won't pay Disney for anything. That's how I got Netflix and Hulu too. It's great.
It says the Golden Girls is the story of 4 single middle-aged women. Via Arthur plays Dorothy, a school teacher, and all that. And there we go. Yeah, it's on Disney Plus apparently.
Oh, Superfan says Don's still alive. Wait, did they say middle-aged?
Yeah.
Motherfucker, 175 ain't middle aged. I mean, shit.
They're
Like,
immortals.
Well,
They're
that's the fuck.
witches.
That's the real Eternals right there. Is fucking Golden Girl. Betty White is one of the
Betty
fucking
White's
Eternals.
still walking around. She drank the elixir of something, and she's still around.
Betty White and Roger Corman are the Eternals. It used to be George Burns, but they took his fucking soul. They took his Eternity Stone, and they're like, Betty was like, "No, George, you must die. You're 103," and George is like, Gracie, I'm coming home.
She gathered enough Horcruxes so she could still exist right now.
Oh shit, that's good stuff. Speaking of good stuff, ladies and gentlemen, we got some good stuff coming up for you. We got holy shit news, and yeah, tonight's a doozy. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, mi gente, here it is.
Holy shit!
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I don't know. Were you thinking, holy shit, a swordfish almost went through my head?
Holy shit!
Holy shit! And all the assholes want us to shit all over everything.
Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
All right, here we are. Holy shit news, ladies and gentlemen. I'll acknowledge the chat. Let's see. Glinzer says an error occurred. Please try again later. This message is now burned into my retinas. 1987, Olds 442. After Disney, that's a nice car. After Disney bought Marvel Comics, the comics started going downhill after they got involved to the point where the comics are unreadable. Yeah, they're fucking horrible now. Like any new, like I said, I bought a Marvel 3-pack at Walmart like about 3 or 4 months ago, and it was the last time I did this. And in the center of it was a Loki comic, and I'm like, all right. And I look at it, and who wrote it? Daniel fucking Kibblesmith. I'm like, yeah, this is never getting read. Just threw it in the box. I'm like, whatever. And Daniel Kibblesmith is one who wrote the new Woke Warriors. That was the biggest troll job in the history of comics. I'm still not convinced.
Safe Space and
the backpack
Snowflake?
chick.
Yep, Trailblazer.
Yeah, I forgot about those.
You know, screen time.
Are they making comics now with them still, or is that
no, that was a troll job, man. They were never going to release that. They were never going to fucking release that. They got people talking though, because that's when Diamond stopped printing comics back during the quote unquote start of the pandemic and all that happy horse shit. And they had to do something to keep interest up. So they were like, here, this will piss everybody off. Look at what we're doing. Look at what we're doing. And we got this little fucking soy boy, you know. And then he tried to make a tweet and sound tough during like the Summer of Love last year. And he said, what if I walk into a police station in Seattle with my fist taped up, tapping my palm with a baseball bat? I was like, somebody will probably shank your ass with it, you little bitch. I'm like, you motherfucker, you would fucking lose a fight to a piece of paper. Like a paper cut would drop you. Like, sit down before you hurt yourself. I'm gonna tape my fist up. Shut the fuck up, Daniel Kibblesmith, you little bitch. Like, he almost threw up on goddamn Millionaire Matchmaker when that bitch kissed him. I mean, I'm gonna tell me about your manhood, you little fucking pinchy fucking. Anyway, so here we are. When ripping off Louis Vuitton goes very wrong, very, very wrong. That is. This is our first story in Holy Shit News. And this, ladies and gentlemen, this.
Oh my! That man looks pretty mad.
He's an angry fella. That's Louis Vuitton.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Jesus Christ! This bitch is 31 years old. She looks older than me.
Scarlett, you got time, but not much longer. You could change any day.
Kids, listen. Kids, listen to me. I need you to listen to me. This is ETAP talking to you. Hey, don't smoke meth. don't smoke meth. You end up looking like Bridget over here at 31, looking like a fucking, oh my God, like that's 40 miles of bad road. That is, look at her. Yeah, that. The 31-year-old California was arrested Saturday on a felony bad check charge and for failing to appear in court on a separate misdemeanor case. Frank, who lives in Covelo, a small Mendocino County town that includes the Round Valley Indian Reservation, was released from custody after posting $8,500 bond. Now for her t-shirt. Frank, whose rap sheet includes convictions for drunk driving, assault with a deadly weapon, child cruelty, and narcotics possession. Oh, she's going for the high score. Appears to be wearing a T-shirt that aspires to be a bootleg Louis Vuitton product. However, the name of the French fashion house has been rendered as Louis Vuitton. The Google search for Louis Vuitton returns no results, indicating that Frank's shirt is likely the butchered product of an overseas counterfeiting operation, not some ironic take sold by a fashionista. Public records do not indicate whether at the time of Frank's arrest she was wearing a Rolex watch or carrying a Channel handbag. So this is a good anti-drug PSA right here. Remember the end of the G.I. Joe cartoons? They just should have showed. They could have showed this picture, and that would have been like, oh Jesus, I'll never touch drugs, please.
Was that part of their messaging back then? All right, Joes, don't do drugs.
It was like, well, you were in the Dare era back then. That was like the Nancy Reagan, the
peer pressure, the peer pressuring.
Yep.
What are you, a wuss? You don't want to have any meth?
Wait, was it Reagan's wife or Old Man Bush's wife that looked like that little midget demon from Passion of the Christ?
Midget demon?
I'm trying to remember the midget demon from Passion of the Christ. What I would picture Nancy Reagan, I would think.
Remember when Jesus getting his ass whipped and like the woman Satan is there, and then she got her baby and she like unveils him and he's like looking at Jesus getting his ass beaten. He's like,
oh, 1987 Old 442 says Daniel Gobbledick's. Hey, not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm just saying. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Oh Lord, couldn't bruise an apple if he dropped it, Kibble Smith. Yep, that would be the guy. Damn, that is so bad.
Yeah, he'd punch something and break his wrist.
Owsies, that hurt.
Ouch.
So yeah, she needs to invest in better knockoff Louis Vuitton shirts, I would think. So for our next story here on Holy Shit News, this one's a little more of the graphic nature, kind of the stories we're used to, and it's usually, they're usually Florida stories, and it doesn't disappoint. Naked old guys arrested for public tryst. Florida officially emerges from COVID doldrums.
Do you care if I read this one?
No.
Oh my gosh, this is insane. If you need further proof that Florida has fully emerged from the pandemic doldrums, 2 nude old guys were arrested Wednesday evening after police spotted them having sex in public. According to an arrest report, St. Petersburg cop caught Daniel McCleary, 60, and Donald Inglestorm, 59, engaged in sexual acts while completely naked and in public view. The duo was collared around 10:25 p.m. in the vicinity of a small park. After the pair was arrested, Ingleton reportedly admitted that they were, in fact, having sex. Officer Zachary Lamore reported. Pictured above, McCleary and Inglestorm were arrested for indecent exposure and booked in the county jail of the misdemeanor charge. Both men were released yesterday on their own.
Recognizance.
What the fuck?
Recognizance.
I see. The report that an indication of alcohol influence was detected by the arresting officer. Well, Ingleton's rap sheets. I'm trying to picture him rapping for a sec. Well, Ingleton's rap sheet includes a sole DWI conviction. McCleary has an extensive criminal history with convictions for battery, resisting arrest, burglary, theft, domestic battery on law enforcement officer, cocaine possession, trespassing, drunk driving, disorderly conduct, probation violation, and leaving the scene of an accident. Oh, what a night.
Late December back in 2021. Jesus. So these guys are.
He's like, I'm sorry you caught me on camera. I mean, this was supposed to be a private affair in public. Sorry.
Usually if I'm taking one to the back of the tonsils, I don't do it in public. But we were just feeling extra frisky today, you know. I mean, hey, do your thing, boss.
I promised I wouldn't do it again, but it was just too tempting.
They're, ladies and gentlemen, they're here. They're old and they're
Gay!
not that there's anything wrong with that. It's okay. They were just, I could just picture them out in public. One was going to the other one. He's like, here, just take it. And they're like that. That's good. It's okay. It's all right. You know, I mean, it's funnier when they're old, you know. I mean, it's like, it's almost like, aw, at least they're trying, you know. I mean, I don't know. I don't. Jesus help me. And I look at them and they just.
Hey, and you look like if I touched you, you'd be sticky, and frankly, you smell bad.
They just look like they smell like Pall Mall cigarettes.
Like they probably shower once a month on accident.
Like, were these extras from Return of the Living Dead?
I think they were released because nobody wanted them in the cell. They're like, no.
Oh,
yeah,
you guys
have
gave
too
them
much.
a new place to have sex.
You guys have too much fun here. You guys have too much fun here. You'll stink up the place. We don't need this. We don't need to clean up after you. You go away.
Like, no, not more old man sex. Fuck.
We've narrowed that down to 5% for a while. We need
sweaty old man sex. It's awesome. Yeah.
Move this man!
Just fucking horrifying. Just horrifying old man.
I'm gonna come.
Oh, I'm gonna come.
Stephen Walton's in the chat. He said, "Thanks for coming."
Oh God.
The president and I don't want to come.
Oh, it's Steven, we're not talking about trees tonight, so it's okay. I'm just kidding, Steven. I love you. Do you want a link, buddy? Do you want a link, buddy?
The clown is late. He is past his time. Where is he? Is he in a street fight? I'm imagining him in the clown car zipping down the road, trying to get here on time, but everything's getting in the way.
Clown traffic was brutal.
Right?
Do you know how many times he had to honk that little horn in traffic?
He's got to use his clown rockets to try to get some debris out of the way and try to make the clown ramp jumps.
Well, then every time he stops the clown car at a light, all the other fucking clowns get out and they start running around the fucking car. So it takes 5 minutes to leave an intersection. Then you put traffic in that because by the time the clowns get back into the car, the light usually changes. So I mean, he's hit all around.
Like that, or maybe the clown god has risen and they're all massing to greet him, and then they'll be on their merry way after that's done.
They're
John Wayne Gacy's back from the dead, and now he's
he went there. He went with a Gacy and style points for the Gacy reference, ladies and gentlemen. Damn, that was good. I'll give you for that. You get grace.
So
There you go. You get grace. Look at, and this is not just ordinary grace. If you really watch it, this is stroke face Jim Ross grace. Look at her. Watch the side of her face. Watch. She's literally having a stroke when she says so.
So
I mean, look at that. Grace just stroked the fuck out. Grace just stroked out.
Have you seen that clip where someone threw it together like 20 so's? Like so.
Yep. Oh yeah. I did. I sat there and I was like, I'm gonna make some clips of you, Grace, and you're gonna be my Batwoman. Once I watched her video on Batwoman,
you should take out the S in it, so it's just oh.
Oh, I could do that. I could have some fun with Grace. Grace, you want to have some fun, Ma? I'm not saying I wouldn't smash. But the second she starts talking, that mouth's going to be busy because I couldn't deal with that fucking voice. I'm just saying that my percentage of female viewers just went down back to 1%. We were at 5. We came up, and now we went back down with that Grace Randolph joke. But let me bring it back real quick because I know who watches me and they all like it. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. The Kate Kane crowd on Twitter likes
The lesbian!
There we go, right there. That one was for you, ladies. That one was for you. That's the most used gift. I used that gift 27 times in my best of season 2 video, and that was legit from 20. What did I review this season? Was it 18 episodes? Well, I did every episode, but I think they did 18 episodes. I used that gif probably 30 some times this season in 18 episodes. That's how many lesbians are in Gotham. I don't know how many kids are born there if it's not in vitro. You know what I mean?
The children are delivered by storks.
They are. They're storks in Gotham. It's the only explanation. Because the only things I know that are true, the truths that I hold near and dear about Gotham are this, ladies and gentlemen. Number 1, 99.999% of women are lesbians, and number 2, 100,000,000% of white men are evil criminals or idiots in Gotham. That is how that show is cut, and I pretty much just have to agree with them. It's a CW, so they must be right. Thank you, Greg Berlanti, for showing us the way. All praise Berlanti, the woke one. But here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Our last. I'm kidding. It's fucking horrifying. Our last. That's why the ratings fell to sub 400,000 viewers.
Mm-hmm.
There's YouTubers that get more views than that. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus.
Teen claimed motive was to get money for college.
Look at this guy. He's like, is this...
Vote for Pedro?
I was going to say, it's fucking Pedro! It's Pedro!
I was about to say that.
It's Pedro!
Vote for Pedro. I was about to say that too.
God.
Tina, you fat lord, you beat me to it.
Why you... Why
I didn't see that code. Ricky's always in the dark with shit everyone knows.
The trans fat.
You're just jealous that I get all the girls, okay?
Oh,
tree
God.
humper.
Wait, what is this tree humping? What's this tree?
Steven,
I missed out on the lore. What was
all right,
the lore?
so the backstory behind this is our good friend, our great friend, our Rogue Entertainment brethren, Stephen Walton, has a rather peculiar fetish, and that is he is a bit of a dendrophiliac. He has a fetish for trees, and I mean, so he really doesn't, but we just all act like he does and rib him endlessly about it.
If the trees have the right
but
branches,
this started
the fluffy enough push.
This started on a live stream. We just started. I can't remember who exactly started it, but we just started. Yeah, he just started getting called a tree humper, and I was like, oh yeah, that's called dendrophilia. And I don't know how I knew that or where I learned that, but I'm pretty sure it was a TV show somewhere, and I had to look it up, and it is the correct name for the fetish.
I feel like it'd just be called a thumper.
Well, the problem with that is his dick's always got splinters, unless he's getting sap in it, and then he just gets stuck to the tree, and it's really embarrassing for everybody. It's like Randy on the flagpole, except with his dick in a tree. I mean, you imagine the fire department coming to that call these days? It'd be on that show 911. Yeah, we've got a guy here. He's naked, he's painted up, and his cock's in a birch. I don't know. The tree doesn't want to press charges. I mean, should we let him go like Bill Cosby? All right, cut him
trees
loose.
Trees aren't people yet.
Cut him loose. I mean, literally don't cut him, but free him from the tree's grip. Which, maybe he learned his lesson. He won't do that to any non-consenting trees. But I don't know. I love you, Steven. I'm just fucking with you, bro. Seriously though, but lay off those trees. They're people too. They have pronouns.
They will be soon if they're not yet.
Those trees have pronouns. Good God, King! Those trees have pronouns. They're behind, what somebody's messing, somebody's messing up all these trees. Like, who is it?
It's me, Austin! Oh, son of a bitch!
That's who is behind all the trees. All right, so Pedro here. Let's see. So a Florida man. Of fucking course, it was a Florida man. I didn't do it, senor. A Florida man is behind. That's probably racist. A Florida.
You get up
North Cuba, yeah. Northern Cuba, the weather today. Miami, Little Havana. A Florida man is behind bars for allegedly trying to pray his way through college. Raphael Woloski. So he's Polish? He's Cuban-Olish? Because that is not a Cuban or Chicano last name.
He's a Mexican meathead.
That is a Polish last name, ladies and gents. Woloski was arrested Friday on felony charges after allegedly trying to burglarize homes in Vero Beach neighborhood where he lives with his parents. Because that's always smart. Woloski, carrying a small knife, was apprehended by cops shortly after a caller dialed 911 to report a male had entered her home through a broken window around 5:50 p.m. Oh, it's probably still daylight, too. Well, that's fucking smart, Woloski.
She was like, Pedro's in my house. Get him out. I didn't vote for him.
He was like, I just wanted to see if you were going to vote for me. I just came in. I'm Pedro. Please vote for me as student body president. I'll make all your wildest dreams come true.
You got tater tots?
Eat your stupid tots, Tina. God.
Hey, fat lord, come get some dinner.
Give me some of your tots. No, I'm hungry. Give me some of your
I always loved that because my brother's ex-wife was fat. my brother's ex-wife was named Tina, and she was fat, so it's like, Tina, you fat lord.
Jesus Christ. Tina, fat lord, eat your tots.
That makes it even better talking about her. Now I know her name.
Her name's Tina. She's a fat lard, and she won't eat her tots. God. Wait, Glinzer, was that Pedro Pascal's high school photo?
He's not Mexican, is he?
Pedro Pascal? No. Argentinian, I believe. No, he's not Mexican. Steven, is the reason you have him in the stream is because you found a new coffee tree. Same thing. It's South Mexico. Let's see. Pictured above, Woloski was collared after police spotted him walking a few blocks from the victim's residence. During questioning, Woloski reportedly admitted to committing the 3 burglaries in the neighborhood, including a break-in at a residence across the street from his family's home. Oh, my God. Woloski told police that he decided to burglarize homes to get money for college. Right. According to an arrest affidavit. He also claimed that the devil kept tempting him to steal. Again. Right.
So Grace Randolph.
It was Grace's
the temptress fault. The temptress.
El Diablo.
El Diablo. Ay, Dios mío. El Diablo no es bueno.
You want a good scholarship? You got to break into a house.
Charged with a trio of armed burglary counts because he had that little knife, and now he gets armed tacked onto that. Arg. So he's a pirate? No, fuck. Woloski is locked up. I am Pedro the pirate. Woloski, Somali pirates, Woloski is locked up in the Indian River County Jail in lieu of $75,000 bond. He's scheduled to be arraigned on August 13th. So vote for Pedro, I guess, to get out of jail, maybe?
Nah.
Oh, Nano Reaper says,
brave the squalls and bust your balls. Somalian pirates,
there
you go.
Nano Reaper says, no, Pascal's from Chile. All right, Chile. Chile. That sounds good right now. It was like 58 degrees here today. It was 95 yesterday and 58 today. Fuck me.
It's 115 2 weeks ago.
I hate
it's been
Michigan.
like 80 in my house.
Yeah, I had my air running, and it was because I have like, this is the only fucking house I've ever owned without central air in it. I know that's like first world problems, but like literally I had like one of those big stand up units, and the fucking house was still like 80 degrees yesterday. I was like, well, at least it feels not like sweltering balls hot in here, I guess, you know. I'm like,
yeah, my AC is sticking my head in the freezer.
I said, you know, because we're getting ready to like sell and move, and I'm like, that is a fucking requirement. Either that or like the house is able to be upgraded to a like central, because I can't deal with it again. Like I can't. Like my last one, it would be 95 degrees outside. I'd walk inside, that bitch would be 60 degrees. That was it.
Yeah.
My wife's like, why is the electric bill so high? I'm like, mind your business. Mind your business.
You didn't see nothing.
Mind your business. She said, "Oh yeah, I run that motherfucker. That's what I got it for. I'm not trying, you know." Before that, it was, whoever designed this house, I'd like to punch them in the throat and the stomach repeatedly until they cough up their Kool-Aid. I mean, just like pop, 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 pop. Just combos on this motherfucker, like Pedro trying to get out of jail. I mean, poor Pedro, man. Another Florida man fighting the system down there, trying to fight the good fight, get his way to college.
They should make this a show, like to where they just read headline Florida man things, and just every episode's just focus on a different Florida man story. Just make a quickie.
I know. I call the
15
segment.
minutes.
I call the segment "Holy Shit News," but normally it ends up just being like, "What the fuck happened in Florida this time?" You know, that's I had my segment on the radio when I was doing FM was it was an all Florida segment, because basically every story I got to cover, all these crazy stupid news stories, were from Florida, and it was like, what did the people from Florida do this time, or something like that was the name of it. But yeah, then my program director made me take, well, maybe you shouldn't make fun of an entire state. I'm like, maybe they shouldn't do dumb shit.
They elected a crocodile as king. Florida.
Right? I'm like, you got motherfuckers down there in the Everglades imitating Patrick Swayze and Dirty Dancing with a crocodile right the fuck now, and you're going to tell me that I can't make fun of them? You should be on trial, sir. You, not me.
You flushed meth down the toilet and mutated the animals in the
Dude,
sewers.
does anybody remember that movie with the mutant ass crocodile that grew up?
Like alligator?
Was that what it called? Was it alligator?
No, that's Lake Placid or something.
Well, no. Well,
no, the original one was
Lake Placid. She was feeding them.
Yeah, the old lady was feeding them. Yeah.
And what one are you talking about?
Alligator.
Alligator. Okay,
1980.
Yes.
In Breaking Bad, the vacuum guy. That's the guy.
That movie freaked me out as a kid. That alligator.
Dude, I always loved it, especially when the kid got eaten in the pool. Like, that's how you escalate horrors, when you kill kids. It's like, fuck, anyone can die.
Dude, look at Maximum Overdrive.
I haven't seen it.
You've never seen Maximum Overdrive?
I love Who Made Who, but I've never seen Maximum Overdrive.
Maximum Overdrive is like fucking the AC/DC like soundtrack movie. Like, Who Made Who is like the title track from that movie.
Yeah, I love that record.
Or no, Shake Your Foundations too. That one.
Yeah, that one. Dude, it took me ages before I found that song. Just get on an AC/DC kick right there.
Oh, dude.
But I love Flying the Wall. It's a great album. Underrated.
I just anything AC/DC for me, I'm all right there.
Even the newest album is pretty kicking.
Yeah, I'm not gonna complain with, as long as it sounds somewhat, you know what I mean, ballpark, I'm good with it. I'm throwing Stephen Walton a link. Stephen, if you're still in the chat, if you're not working, you can jump in. You can jump in and defend yourself against these slanderous allegations. And speaking of me not being able to speak, I know. Say it. Here we go. Just go ahead and call it. Just go ahead and call me it. Say the name, you anti-Semitic bastards. I know. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Self-deprecating humor. Being a Russian Jew who's raised Catholic. Self-deprecation, neuroses, and guilt are three of my strongest traits, and I consider them qualities at this point, so don't worry, it wasn't. It's me saying it, it's fine.
Can you play the clip again? The Jew!
Oh, this one. Jew!
I don't remember that part.
That's the Family Guy episode where Brian and Stewie are going through all the multiverses.
I remember the time traveling stuff. I just don't remember them going, Jew!
Because Mort walked in. He's like, "Hello, everybody!" Mort walks in, and then they all turn heel on him.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, they all did a fucking wicked heel turn on. They did a wicked heel turn on Mort. Man, it was bad. But all right, we will be right back after these messages. They're memes. They're not messages, man. They're just memes, but enjoy them because they're fucking funny. All right.
picture of Ang Lee.
Good. He do too many white people movie anyway.
Welcome back. Take that, Ang Lee, you bastard.
Put the fucking chromosome in the bag.
That meme is savage as fuck, but it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Goddamn Downies.
That's Robert Downey Jr. No, I was when I found that on Reddit, I was like, oh my god. I'm like, haha. You know, I shared an anti-furry meme on Facebook. You know what? Before we get into this story, fuck it, I'll show you. I'll show you the meme because we don't kink shame here. We don't. We welcome all kinds of kinks and fetishes and whatnot, as long as everybody's over the age of adulthood, consent, and consents to aforementioned kinkery. We here at the channel have no problem with it. As a matter of fact, we endorse it. But furries are one thing that we will kink shame without remorse. And I shared this on Facebook, and I go to Facebook jail so often. It says, you don't understand. My fursuit doesn't have anything to do with being a sex pest. I just like dressing up like a giant anthropomorphic wolf as a hobby. Very interesting. Now please face the wall. Yeah, that's pretty much our stance on furries here, ladies and gentlemen. So we don't. That's one thing we do take a firm stance against.
Very good, very good.
Oh, look, Connor, my troll's here. Yay!
My troll's everywhere.
Yay, Connor. Bye-bye, fucker. There you go.
Why is it talking about Gal Gadot for?
That's the same troll. They do that
on everyone's channel.
Yep. You get that too? That if it's not feminist, it's sexist. Oh my God,
yeah, it's like it just seems random because we're not talking about her, I guess.
Right. Well, we never are, and there it is. But now let's get some toxic masculinity out here. Scarlett Johansson doubles down on hashtag #MeToo marketing for Black Widow. Before we get into the article, I want to ask Angus, are you going to see Black Widow?
No, I'll wait till it's free on Disney Plus. Save the money.
Okay. All right.
I have no interest. I was open. There was like that second trailer that seemed like pretty good Marvel, seemed cool. Mm-hmm. There's like that flight sequence. It just seems like they're copying Spider-Man 3.
Yeah. When
he's falling through the debris. It's just like, yeah, I've seen this before. Mm-hmm. And you're a dead character, so like I just expect this to be filler. It could surprise me, but yeah. And then like I covered this Me Too shit like a year ago. Mm-hmm. Actually, like I was like the only one to ever cover this, and now it's in trend. It's like fuck, of course.
Well, you set the trend then. You were ahead of the curve.
But yeah, it's just she signed a paycheck with her ass. She knew what she was playing, and now she wants to double back because it's trendy. Like there's something I want to read. Not read now, but there's some article from this guy Rollo Tomasi follows on Twitter. And he's always sharing like just really informative random articles and essays and stuff. And one was about essentially a blurb he put up was like luxury beliefs. And it's essentially saying that like the elites have these luxury beliefs that go against the norm. But then they set the trend, but then they flip flop because then it becomes possibly the standard, or at least the vocal standard. And so then like that's why they're just always floating around because then it's not cool when everyone else is doing it.
Okay.
That's the phase we're in.
Mm-hmm. Rook, what about you, man? Are you gonna check this out?
Maybe someday, but I don't really care to right now. I gotta watch Wall-E first. Angus and I gotta watch that for we're watching post-apocalyptic-y stuff.
Wait. Wall-E, like the Pixar movie Wall-E?
Yeah, we started out with Idiocracy.
Oh, dude, Wall-E is you know, I literally just watched that movie for the first time last year. I'd never seen it before.
So damn good.
Dude. My son has this. So my son got this little Pixar book. It's like 5-minute stories, and they're all the Pixar stories. Incredibles, Toy Story, Cars, Wall-E, Ratatouille, Up, things of the like. And they're these little stories, and there's a Wall-E story in there. And so he was like, "Daddy," he goes, "Can we watch that movie?" I'm like, "Yeah, bud." So we threw it on and we watched it. And there's points in that movie where I'm sitting there going like, "Don't let him see you cry, old man. Don't let him see you cry." You know, like it is. It's a great freaking movie. It's very engaging for a movie with minimal dialogue. You know?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You can change of pace.
I really enjoyed it. I've literally seen it probably a handful of times. It's a great movie. I think you'll enjoy it, honestly. Yeah, Pixar was legendary. Glinzer, you're absolutely right. Was legendary before the evil mouse took him over with his bullshit. And Mickey, I got one thing to say to you.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
There, thank you, Red Man.
Fuck you, fuckers! You'll never catch me now.
Red, hey, Tap, go fuck yourself. He's gonna kick me like he did Joe Jonas.
You
and
think
shit.
you can beat me in the ring, you son of a bitch? I'll challenge you, whoop you, beat you, smash you, and squish
Who the
you.
hell's pissing China off?
Who's the asshole? Oh, when I did a Disney video, and I got to use a bunch of those clips of him beating the shit out of like Nick Jonas and talking shit to he's like, fuck you, Thor. You know, like I was like, oh, I get to use a lot of this, Mickey. I'm like, I love this.
Think you can talk to me like that, little piece of shit?
Yes. Any chance I can get to use that, I will definitely. Number one, he's stomping at Jonas. Number two, it's making fun of Mickey Mouse. I'm like, yeah, my kid's got a stuffed Mickey. I'll be putting him in bed and shit. I'm like elbow dropping him. Daddy, don't do that to Mickey. I'm like, no, let me tell you.
A video of you just beating the shit out of Mickey every now and then and start building a case for
Yeah.
It's a love-hate. I got on my door over my window, I got a Eagles Mickey Mouse blanket from when I went to Philly to the Eagles Steelers game. So I'm like,
It's like it's difficult, man, because like I grew up with that shit, back when it wasn't complete propaganda, and now it's nothing but,
Well, and now they just try to make more sequels, as we were talking about before. I mean, before they were just trying to make new stuff every time, trying to make something new to try, but now they really kind of struggle at it, and it's like, well, I mean, I guess they still make them, but it's like there's not as much. Nobody cares anymore, really.
Right. Speaking of struggling, ladies and gentlemen, let me bring on the panel author Stephen Walton.
I'm going to go see it because I want to see ScarJo's fat ass. That's what I want to see.
ScarJo's fat asses.
I think it's flat.
I don't care.
No, I do.
Objectify it.
You want to objectify her? You're toxic, Stephen. You're so toxic. Toxic masculinity.
I am. I can't really stay on here, guys, because I'm on the highway. But I was supposed to say hi. What's up, Angus? What's up, rookie?
What's up? If we put Scarlet Joe in a tree, then that'll be perfect.
You gotta go ahead and join in the fun, you dick. I gotta run, guys. Have a great night. Handle the chat. Peace out.
Yep.
All right, Steven.
Later,
Love
brother.
you, man. Take it easy, bro.
Glinzer, I gotta say, you should watch Toy Story 4. It's actually really damn good.
We'll see. When I get to that, we'll see.
It's made for the adults.
Wait, Toy Story 4. I'm trying to think if I've seen that one yet.
It's where they gotta Woody's trying to get Bo Peep back in the game.
Yep.
Or a fork. Yep. They have a fork that.
Yep. Okay. Oh my God, yeah, Forky. Holy shit.
Yeah, Forky is so good.
Fucking Forky. My kid was obsessed with Forky. He had a goddamn little Forky. And for such a long time, that's all I heard was Fork. I'm like, in Soviet Russia, road forks you. I'm like, no.
In Soviet Russia, it will fork you very hard. Very difficult.
The road, comrade, let me. Wait, I got the.
It will invade your
Wait,
soul.
here it is. Here it is right here. Hang on. All right, I'll do it. This is for the kids at home keeping score. Hang on. Let me put the gimmick on. I don't have the earbuds in, so it's gonna look a little different. Here we go. All right. Hello, comrades, ladies and gentlemen, comrades. This is not your news, it's our news. Get it? Because communism, we share everything. No, but seriously, I kid, I joke, I make a lot of jokes, even abortion jokes. I love them. They really bring out the kid in me. Oh, yeah, I gotta go.
It pissed my mom off. I made my profession on Facebook abortion cells unlimited.
That was some good shit.
Oh God, I got to do some more Russians. Me and Flip got to do another Russian skit. It's time to bring Ivan grab a bitch and Yuri touch her, or it's Yuri grab a bitch and Ivan touch her tits back together again. For Communist United News Transmission Service, CUNTS. Scarlett Johansson doubles down on Me Too marketing for Black Widow. This from our good friend, Mr. John F. Trent, over at Bounding into Comics, Celebrity Movies. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. And I just flipped off. There we go. Actress Scarlett Johansson. Okay, that's just the title again.
He did a mess up.
What?
He said actress Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, he did. I didn't catch it.
Actress Scarlett Johansson doubled down on her Me Too inspired marketing for the upcoming Black Widow film.
Damn it, John. That's it. Damn it, John. Hey, he's here, ladies and gentlemen. Send in the clowns. What's up, Tony?
What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing tonight out there in the chat, on the panel? It's great to see you guys.
I'm feeling much better with that sultry clown voice in my ears.
Yeah, we had a lot of theories on what might be happening. My vote was that the clown god has risen from the dead, and you guys were just coming to say hi, shake his hand, and everything.
Yeah, he was calling me from the sewer. He had my little paper boat.
My thought was clown traffic, or that it was time to float.
They float.
We all float down here, Georgie.
Time to float.
We all float down here, Georgie. Don't you want to join us down here? It's pretty fun, pretty good. We're great over there, guys. Join us.
Smell popcorn.
Coming this fall to your nightmares, Rob Schneider stars in a picture where a clown in the sewer eats children, and he lures them in by saying, "We all float down here." This fall to a theater near you, rated R.
Dude, I would love Rob Schneider as a clown.
That's another South Park joke, I guess. They did one like, and Rob Schneider is a carrot. And Rob Schneider is a stapler.
I haven't seen that one. You gotta tell me which one that is.
I gotta still make a list. You're liking more episodes than I thought you would, so I think the list will be longer than it was gonna be.
Well, I told you I had to do an essay. We watched the F word episode, and then we went on a critique, and then we had to do an essay about the critique.
Very good. You want to take turns on this, ETAP?
Yeah, man. Article? Yeah, I'll take this first part here.
Okay.
Let's see. Most recently, Johansson spoke with Time magazine for an article decrying Black Widow as a sexist stereotype. The actress stated, "In the beginning, she was used as a chess piece for her male counterparts." Okay, before we move on, let me just acknowledge in this picture right here, Florence Pugh, Ma, you got that wagon. And moving on to my second point, damn, Ma, you got that wagon. And to my third point, a sexist stereotype would, as I said, I believe before we went on the air, by Scarlett Johansson saying that is implying that she has no knowledge of the history of her character. Black Widow is, always has been, always will be a femme fatale. If she's not familiar with the term femme fatale, that is a woman who is a femme fatale. What they do is they earn their victims' trust by using their feminine wiles to their advantage and luring their prey into certain doom. And that's exactly what Black Widow does. She is a spy. That was her specialty. Tony Stark is a ladies' man. There was a reason S.H.I.E.L.D. sent her. She has no fucking clue what she's talking about.
Well, I want to know what she's specifically referring to, because she knocks Jon Favreau on his ass. She doesn't have to, she doesn't even do the typical, "Oh, hey, I'm a hot chick and I'm a spy and you don't know and I'm hitting on you" with anybody. So there's that. When in the Avengers, she's mostly serious in that film. She's trying to get Barton and take Joel Banner and all that. I mean, she's really not flaunting it about. She's
Yeah,
full business.
She's pretty
So,
two-dimensional as a character, honestly. Like, I don't
yeah.
care about her because, like, I want to see heroes. I don't care about stupid humans, besides Iron Man. And, yeah, like, you see in Ultron, you get the backstory, like, she's been robbed of a childhood, of a personality. Like, that is her life, is just this job.
Well, then you need to tell us that. We can kind of gather that from what.
No, I'm saying, like, they
gotten,
validate it further. Like,
yeah.
It's like, that's the other reason I don't care about her, because, Tony's a guy, but he's like the focal point of the whole series,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can do it.
But yeah, it's like
Batman.
I'd like her to actually reference what she's talking about, because I don't think she can. She says it that vague, like, "I was a chess piece." Well, can you give one example? And I don't think she'd have one right away.
Well, go ahead. I'm sorry, Rook.
Or she thought about it. That's all. Good.
Well, no, the thing she references is in Iron Man 2 how Tony Stark says to Pepper Potts, "I want one of those. I want one." And she's like, "No." And she's like, they talked about her like she was a possession. It's like, that was how Tony Stark viewed everything and everyone in his life. He's a fucking billionaire.
That's the point. In the first one, the reporter that hated him, they ended up banging. So
because he's Tony Stark. He can fuck whoever he wants, and everybody has a price. And she wanted a story, and that was the price of the story.
Well, that's the thing. She's not specifically a chess piece. There's like every woman on the scene with him is if she wants to put it as a chess piece, sure.
Yep.
But whatever.
And I would like to argue, because him and Pepper were together by then, so when he was saying "I want one of those," is because how she put Jon Favreau on his ass. It's like, yeah, she was beautiful, but she can also kick ass, and that's why he wanted one of those.
Yeah. When he says that to Pepper, like, implying it's a joke, like, I want one of those.
Yeah. Well, that's what ScarJo was all.
He's probably also going threesome. No, okay.
Yeah. I mean, hey, look, I'm just saying. You can.
Sounds like.
Oh, go ahead, Tony.
I was just gonna say, it sounds like she has some trauma from being in Hollywood.
Pepper.
She wraps her. Oh, I was gonna say Scarlett wraps her legs around people's faces and launches them on the ground. Like, that's not something you could say very often. Hey, I'm the guy who had Scarlett's crotch in my face, and then I got beat up.
I think we need to do like 5 more takes. Like,
Scarlett, I know, right? Like, I would like. Okay, so I got to train with a few women, when I was wrestling, and it was like, yeah, they're like, we're gonna do like the head scissor takedown or like a Hurricane Rana. I'm like, fuck yes. I'm like, I am all right. You
go. Hey, cameraman, that shot didn't look good, did it? Let's do it again.
Yeah, nope. This is for a promo. All right, look, we're gonna do this take. Yeah, we're gonna do this take of.
If it takes 10 times, we'll do it to make sure it's right.
I'm like, they said we're gonna do that. I'm like, where's the big woman? Where's the big woman? Oh shit! Go ahead.
I imagine it's more like a chef style reference there. The booty.
Famke Janssen and Goldeneye, how sexist. Yeah, dude, Xenia Onatopp made me fucking fall in love with that shit. Famke Janssen was fine as fucking Goldeneye. Oh my god. Yeah, that's a femme fatale right there. Xenia Onatopp. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's see here.
I'll read the next part.
Yep, go ahead, man.
Now, to give Johansson the benefit of the doubt, it's unclear in what context the comment was made. However, times Elena Doctorman, who has a history of attacking superheroes, implies that it was made as a criticism of the character and her previous appearances in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And if that's the case, it makes absolutely no sense. Because Black Widow was indeed a chess piece to one of her male counterparts, and that is Nick Fury. Because shockingly, she actually worked for him, and he aptly used her skills on a number of missions, including recruiting Bruce Banner and Tony Stark into the Avengers. Now, hold on. He made her do her job? What?
Right.
Wait, hold on. Was actually a chess piece for one of her male counterparts, because shockingly, she actually worked for him. I don't know how it makes her a chess piece, and he aptly used her skills on missions. Well, that's what one does when she has a skill set that she was hired for, and recruited him. How horrible.
He probably gave her a second chance too, considering her past. So I don't know.
Well, they actually kind of say that. Like Barton was sent to kill her, and he chose not to, and then got her on their side essentially, because she was Russian, right?
Yes.
In beginning.
Yes, Natasha Romanoff is Russian.
She was a Russian who works for Hydra, who works for Japan, who works for America.
Like, check it out. I like this name. Was it Legends of the Brave Bard by C.T. Janes? Just dropping by to say I'm high. Also, hello. Well, Legends of the Brave Bard by C.T. Janes. I am also enjoying some adult goodies from my local provisioning center because I am allowed to in my state, and I'm home alone, and I got nobody to take care of but the cat and the dog. So yeah, I've been spiritually and herbally lifted all day. But yeah, Black Widow is a sexy ass Russian. Who wins in, like, I don't know, who could out scissor the other one, her or Xenia Onatopp? I don't know who's deadlier.
I haven't seen Xenia Onatopp do enough of those, so I don't know.
She was fucking people up in GoldenEye, man. She killed that old dude in the beginning.
Yeah, I haven't seen the James Bond at all.
You've never seen GoldenEye, really?
Nope.
Holy shit!
Nothing stuck. I was pretty bored. I'm a Craig Bond guy, so all the other shit I'm just like, eh.
See, I like Craig. Like, the movies I've seen, I haven't seen all of them so far with him in them, but what I have seen so far, I've pretty much liked. I gotta rewatch Casino Royale because I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it in a long time. I just watched like Spectre and Skyfall and shit. But it's funny, speaking to bring this back to Black Widow, this has been kind of compared to like the Bourne movies and such. So I don't know. I'm probably, if it plays in the theater, because there's a theater like 2 minutes from my house. If it's playing there tomorrow night, I'm probably going to go see it. But I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. You know, it's one of those things where I'm like, I'm 50-50. Like, I kind of want to go, just because it's been okay. So the last Marvel movie I saw in a theater was, does New Mutants count as Marvel? It was one of the Fox movies, the last Fox movie.
Yeah.
But I don't want the last Marvel movie I see in theaters to be Spider-Man Far From Home. I mean, for this to be better than Spider-Man Far From Home, that is a pretty fucking low bar. I mean, that bar is like a quadriplegic could jump over it. That's how low it is. Helen Keller could find her way over that bar. I mean, and she's over there going 11001, it's water, you know. But seriously, I kind of, out of morbid curiosity, I want to see if it's worth it. So,
whoa.
Water, Helen, water.
I really think the biggest thing is going to be the after credit scene. That's going to be like, oh, the next movie. Like, you're going to be more excited for that than the movie you saw. Like, that's how I feel about it. Like, the cell they've shown with like the chase with Taskmaster, I'm like, this looks fucking boring. Like, there's no tension. It's just like, oh yeah, like we're driving backwards trying to outrun this guy, and he's like trying to kill us, and you know, there's nothing there.
It's like, well, honestly, we don't need more to be endeared to her. We've seen her whole journey now. We don't really need any extras to. I don't think it can enhance anything. It'll only have a chance to ruin something. It's like the movies actually do a pretty good job at, you know, whatever screen time they give her, there's enough there without them giving a full backstory about her. So I don't know. You don't need to show us more backstory.
Well, spoiler alert! Does anybody not want? I mean, have we all heard like the rumors about the Taskmaster? Before I go any further with this,
I have no idea.
Go right ahead.
I assume the Taskmaster does porn. Is that what it was?
Taskmaster has an OnlyFans, and
I don't know.
Taskmaster would get paid more to do porn.
Subscribe to my channel, guys. Taskmaster.
Tony, I'm the Taskmaster. There's some bangers and meat.
Welcome back to the Taskmaster channel. Whatever.
It's Taskmaster's porn channel, ladies and gents.
Hit the bell, subscribe.
Oh God. But no, seriously, I don't know. Like I kind of want to see it, but I don't know. The Taskmaster is supposedly I think it was supposedly like a woman.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's.
Well, I mean, I don't.
And
care
let me guess, she's
personally.
misunderstood. Like,
Yeah, there's no villains anymore.
The ghost bitch in Ant-Man and Wasp. It's like she's not really bad. It's like
Some evil man made her be that way, so it's okay that she killed 50 people or something.
She's not really bad, bitch. Yes, she is. Yes, the fuck she is. There's that. I don't think these people understand. Like with so this all goes back to Cruella. It's like you can't have villains anymore. Everybody's got to be a misunderstood. A misunderstood protagonist. It's like they're not really antagonists. Yes, they are.
Well, it's like they even have good guys do bad things sometimes, but they don't address it too much, which I like that when they do. Even like I just watched the Avengers now, and it's like Cap straight up kills one of the mind controlled people, just tosses him off the helicarrier.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, that dude was under the influence. You just fucking killed an innocent dude. Just and then it's like, wow, all right. But I kind of like that. And then it's like when he tries to save the Winter Soldier in Civil War, he knows how much bad stuff he's done. But yeah, he's kind of under the influence, trying to do the shit. But that's a little different than all these other villains that try to show it. No, they're
honestly,
good.
I'm tired of Bucky. Like, I hate the whole, like, I was under the spell of Russians and blah, blah. It's like, fine, I get it. But, like, go to jail. Like,
go to prison, motherfucker.
That's fine. I'm just talking about Cap's motivation to want to help his friends.
But no, like I'm talking about like this whole like Joker did really well where it's like I really feel bad for this guy. I understand why he's a villain. I understand Killmonger's perception of the world. I understand Thanos's personal trauma to think this is a solution. But they're still the opponent. Like I like bad guys, so like I'm rooting for the bad guys in these fantasies. But like I know they're bad. I don't need you to like give them a pass.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I want them to be like Darth Sidious. He's just misunderstood. His father beat him when he was a kid. So
I am all the Jedi.
Oh God. Oh God. Just stop it. Just stop it, Ray. You're not Iron Man, Ray.
You don't have a Ray clip ready for that?
Just.
You're one ugly motherfucker.
It wasn't made for him. It wasn't made for him.
There. There, you can have Bree as the Predator.
That's cute.
Go ahead.
I don't know how you guys feel about Endgame, but
Love
it feels like Marvel hasn't put out anything good since like Infinity War, basically, or maybe Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's like Captain Marvel hit, and everything since then has kind of been lackluster.
I mean, I feel like there's a lot. I don't know. I have to rewatch some of them to know what I think now, but I don't know. There's quite a few that I'm like, I don't know why they really made this. Some of them, like, I don't know. There's some it's kind of. I don't know.
Ant-Man and the Wasp is all right.
I don't remember what happens in the Ant-Man movies.
But the only thing Ant-Man's important is the quantum realm.
Yep.
But doesn't it kind of feel like everything is shit the bed since Captain Marvel, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, 'cause you would wonder like why they weren't prepared more for after Endgame and after they were losing Tony Stark, which probably because they're depending on Brie Larson, but even then they would need, I don't know, just a little more momentum. Like if Kevin Feige was the genius that he's made out to be, you would think he'd be better prepared for this. Because I mean, we were all expecting a bit of a decline in interest, but I mean, they've really been shitting the bed with like everything.
Well, this actually kind of goes to what Etef and I were talking about this, and Angus and I talk about this all the time. It's like I have the idea that's like sometimes you got to confidently end something. And when you just continue it on, just keep it going and keep it going, I don't know, you end up dragging things in the mud sometimes.
Yep.
So it takes more balls to go, hey, we did good, we ended it. Angus and I were actually talking about this earlier about basketball players, like ones that end in their prime rather than drag it out and lose, decay. It's like it takes more balls to go, you know what, I did what I did, and now I'm done.
The example I was given was Barry Sanders and Emmitt Smith is like, Emmitt Smith never really touts, "Oh, I'm the Russian champ of the NFL history," because he knows Barry Sanders could have taken that shit and set the bar so high that it would take maybe never for someone to like eclipse him. But he walked out like 3,000-4,000, however many thousands short, just in his prime. He let you wonder. He left on a high note versus Brett Favre, amazing career, but everyone forgets like he walked off. He got carted off the field getting creamed by the Bears. Like he left in shame.
Yep. Oh yeah, he got his ass whipped. Yeah, and the Barry Sanders thing, dude. I grew up a Lions fan, so I watched that whole thing, and seeing him retire, he was like 30, like early 30s when he retired. It was like, wait, what? Why is Barry like? Wait, he's not, because he was still tearing it up, man. He was as a Lions fan, we had nothing else for all those years outside of Barry Sanders and a few flash in the pan players here and there. So yeah, man, he cut and run, and yeah, Emmett knew because Emmett couldn't do that without that big ass offensive line he had.
Emmett's a great player. Like I'm an Eagles fan. I acknowledge I'm a real football fan, not just my team, but give him all the credit. He won 3 Super Bowls. He's part of that. But he is not the actual rushing champ. It's a misnomer.
So that's kind of how we feel with the Marvel movies right now. I mean, that's how I feel anyway. It's like I just feel like they just should have ended. And I thought Endgame had a lot of emotional payoffs, pretty good character stuff, but was also very poorly made and very sloppy and kind of time wasty. Just like just kind of shrugging along.
Been executed better.
It was lazy writing. A lot of lazy writing.
And it's like Infinity War was good, but I mean, there's still some parts of it that I'm just like, don't like entirely. There's some just. I think that would have been ballsy if they ended it there. Like honestly, like, yep, he won. All right, goodbye MCU. Like that would be the ballsiest move ever.
If they actually just started fresh, even if they like brought or previously iteration actors into the roles again, and be like new universe, multiverse, and just did it with like a total reset. I think that'd be better because now you got like continuity issues, and they're trying to like. I think Loki's going to be a very important show long term to go back to versus like WandaVision. That's going to be like a forgotten thing. It's like, oh yeah, let me just get the cliff notes for that fucking show versus Loki's like, oh, let me like watch these cliffhanger payoffs, and it's going to tie into Doctor Strange, Spider-Verse, everything. I think it's going to be an important thing compared to the other 2 shows thus far. WandaVision has moments, but it's so just, drug out.
I haven't paid attention to the viewership, but it feels like kind of like with Star Wars to me, where it's just constantly declining in interest. Like it's just like, I mean, you have to watch these and expect these and get ready for those. And my hype is gone. Like I don't have interest anymore to.
Yeah, have you seen the Shang-Chi trailer? Like it's so just. Okay.
Oh, Abomination's in it. I don't care. I don't care.
You know what Shang-Chi is? Shang-Chi is Marvel Combat. That's Marvel trying to do Mortal Kombat. That's basically what I saw. You know what I mean? What it looked like. I'm like this is just, it doesn't look good. Nothing about that or the Eternals reached out and was like, you should see this movie. Like I watched the Eternals trailer and I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like literally, like I couldn't care less about this.
Aliens are on a vacation to the beach.
Yep.
But besides the like joke at the end about the Avengers, I was actually like, my reaction, I'm like, I don't know, but like I feel kind of like interested in this. It's like it's so open. Like what the hell is this? And of course, Thanos tied into it somehow. Excuse me. The question of like, why have they not invested themselves when like the Infinity Stones were at stake, etc. So I'm interested in that. I think it's going to have some big overreaching importance to the series, especially with like the X-Men, because they're part of that whole history.
See, it's like, man, it's like there's all these things they're still going to do, and I know they're going to just continue it all on. And it's like, I don't know, I feel like with the cinematic versions, they should have probably been careful at how they paced the stakes, because when you already eliminated half the universe by this point and you're still doing more stuff afterward, like, I don't know. It's hard for me to care about the stakes that much. It's just like, okay, you people died for 5 years, they're all brought back, and now, like I don't know, it just it hits me wrong because it's like I like how the Avengers was a good point where aliens invaded out of a portal to just pretty much attack one city. So it's like, the world's at stake technically, but it's only confined in this one area specifically, and that's pretty much it. And there's other threats in the galaxy, but it's not always the Earth will be destroyed, but they do kind of imply that a lot. And it's like after a while, it's kind of like it's almost like the Death Star type of scenario. It's like, look at all these Death Star lasers on all these things, and it's like, you can probably destroy a planet, I bet, but I don't care anymore. Really, it's like, fine, I guess do that then. Does that make you threatening, really, or like right now, I don't care about the Eternals because like it doesn't mean anything after this point to me. It's just like they missed their shot to go in essentially where it was needed. It's after everybody already got brought back, so it's like, well, I guess now they'll mow the lawn or something.
Yep.
I don't know. It seems like, hey, you guys, we're here now. Doesn't that count? It's like, I don't see what Elvis is.
Yeah, like where were you during Ego the Living Planet? When he's like planting his seeds out, where were these people, Yeah,
see, it's like that's a good point, Tony. Like, I think that Ego could have been a more small-scale threat instead of the universe is going to become him, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd say that I get on this, blacked out rabbit hole with it because it's just like it sucks out my investment. I'm like, I don't know what to care about. Say, sometimes you can have a small thing be enough to get your attention to care, but they go, no, the whole universe, planets, everything, all that's gonna be taken. It's like, okay, man, this happens all the time. all realities, all realities, all gonna be risked at all times. Like, you know what? Well, if somebody were to say, hey, the world's gonna end, okay, I'm gonna finish my show, I guess. That's pretty much what it feels like if somebody were to shout, hey, the world's ending. Yeah, I'm going to finish my pizza. Thank you. Whatever. We'll be back at some point when we get brought back to life.
Godzillionaire says the Eternals are the friends that call you after you finish moving.
or they arrive at the construction site once you've built the building. They're
right.
Like, hey, we're here to help. Oh, we'll move that for you. We'll move the table.
We just want to watch you work. We don't want to actually do any of the work. We just want to watch. It's like we never interfered, but we've helped mankind along the way. It's like, well, have you never interfered, or have you helped mankind along the way? What have you done here, bub? What exactly have you done?
Yeah, and it's like, I guess I'm okay. Like, okay, there's another part of me that's like, okay, I understand this is the infinite universe writing, essentially. And so if you can still somehow write well enough, maybe you can create some stakes, like what Angus is talking about and with Loki show and all this, but I don't have that much confidence in the writers to string it together coherently enough to where we can all care, really.
Not after the way WandaVision and Falcon went. That to me, that was like the bar, because I was looking forward to WandaVision for 2 fucking years. Like I've been waiting for that show since 2019 when they announced it. That was my shit. I was like, yes. I'm like, this is gonna be fucking, because Wanda's one of my favorite fucking characters in the MCU, and I'm like, this is gonna be dope. And then no. It just kind of shit the bed after a couple episodes, so I really, like, I would have been perfect. Okay, so my whole thing with the MCU now is, so you pulled off the Infinity Saga, whatever you're calling it now, the Infinity Saga. If that, you pulled that off great, and then you got this shitty ass, nasty fucking asterisk at the end of it called Spider-Man Far From Home, which I don't know why they tacked that on to the Infinity Saga. That movie's fucking terrible.
So sometimes they like to have closeout films, which I wish that the closeout film was like just showing people try to rebuild afterward, try to adjust a bit. They could have done a little mini show where just go to random people, see what they're trying to do, and then maybe have some of the Avengers in there as well. But like, there's no threat to fight. It's really just rebuilding. That'd be a nice end to the whole thing, I think.
Yeah, and it was bad. And I'm like, okay, so just end the entire thing right there. You don't have to. Okay, so for this next story you want to tell, if you want to do Battle World, okay? Say they're going to do Battle World next. You don't have to adhere to the continuity of the Infinity Saga to tell your you know what I mean? It's almost like an anthology. Because what they're trying to do is not going to work. That you've got too many of the fucking balls are up in the air right now to try to keep all the continuity together. And the writing is just going to get worse because of the people they're hiring.
Yeah, well, I mean, if they could somehow keep track of continuity well enough, and understand the characters going forward, I guess that'd be interesting if they could pull something off that's coherent enough and does a good job. But I just don't have that much confidence. Kevin Feige, I don't hail him as some magical wizard. I mean, I think that what he started was they took a huge risk as a whole studio, and they knew it was a huge risk, and it ended up working. But they stumbled the whole way through, and they did come out with successes, and that was good. But I don't know. It's like I can't call it genius. It's impressive, especially just from where they were and how they're selling their properties off left and right, and they're able to make a comeback, like a good underdog story in a way. But I don't know, it kind of reaches a point where it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want Marvel to fail. I don't want the MCU to put out bad. I enjoyed, all the movies.
Yeah,
and now
that's what the DCU's for.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean the DC. Yeah, if you want a blueprint for fucking failure, just go watch DC. It's like just go watch them.
Yeah.
They'll show you how to pick up a little momentum and then fall on your face again. Or cut off your nose to spite your face. Or as Michael Scott says, spider face. She cut off her nose to spite her face. But
sorry to go off on that little tangent there.
No, you're fine.
Like he's like, I'm not superstitious. I'm a little stitious.
I'm just a little stitious. But this seriously though, so it's bad. So I Black Widow, like I said, the character's dead. She ain't coming back. This is just a vehicle.
No, she could come back. I don't know. They brought back Loki.
Well,
they're trying to bring back Vision. I can't get anything out now.
She can't come back because she died on Vormir. But yet there was another Gamora that existed. So you're telling me there was another Gamora out there, even though Gamora died on Vormir. There's not another Black Widow out there, right? That's
you have to go to a different timeline to find that's the question.
Yeah, that's what they did with the Gamora, so they could do that with a Black Widow, is go to a different timeline if they really wanted to get her back. But this was a vehicle to establish Florence Pugh, Yelena Belova as the new Black Widow. That's basically what the gist of this is. And I've never seen her in anything. I know she was in Midsommar, Little Woman, Florence Pugh. And
no. I was saying like Midsommar. If you like
I've never seen it. I've never seen
slow burn, like art house horror. Damn cool ass movie. It's wonky, but I really enjoy it. Despite like the male feminist intent with the writing of like self-flagellation, like it's very obvious when you see the ending, and then you like see what like, oh yeah, I wrote this after a breakup, and it's just all like self-deprecating men, but it's not. It's very much not obvious, I would say, in the writing, the delivery, but that's kind of the angle. It's one of those good movies despite the writers, in my opinion. A lot of people hate it because it's not conventional horror. And then she's in when everyone was like pushing that Alita bullshit, there was an actual good, strong female character, which is Florence Pugh in Fighting My Family, about
Paige.
She's essentially biopic about Paige. And I was just like, I haven't watched wrestling in like 20 years, and I'm like, damn, like this is inspiring. This is a movie I want to show my daughter.
Did she play Paige in that?
Yeah, pretty good movie.
Oh, that's crazy because like Florence Pugh's actually kind of thick. Paige is kind of a stick. I've seen Paige's. I've seen her exploits on film too. Xavier Woods and I can't remember that cat's name. Yeah,
Maddox.
Yeah, they had fun with her ass and other places. And she's talented. She's a talented young lady. Let me just say. I've never seen that. My parents watched that Fighting with My Family movie though. They were like, that's actually pretty good. And so I've actually, that was one I kind of meant to check out. I just haven't got around to watching it.
Yeah, for someone like me, I just loathe in this day and age anything like girl power because it's just instant like barf. The agenda. No, it's like a legitimately good girl. I believe in like like my favorite Disney character as a kid was Pocahontas. You know, I didn't gravitate to a character because like it's a man or something. It was just character. So when people bow down to the SJW talking points, like this is a strong female. It's like you're talking their talk. It's a character. You know, like sex only matters for like plotting with like love interest or children. Or power if it's believable. Like a woman can't do that. Come on, you know.
And that's the thing too. They look at us and oh well, they're just afraid of strong women. It's like no, not really. Like no, no. They don't. These people they project all their things. Like all these people that they call us like incels and racists and bigots. They're just projecting their own feelings and their own beliefs onto us, and it's like a limp-wristed attempt at deflection on their part.
Bunch of chicken neck Nellies, as Alex Jones would say.
God damn it! Don't make me tie the long hair in your head to the short hair in your ass and kick you down the hall. Son of a bitch! Oh, now we're going to let the guy from Texas talk? This is bullshit. Who are you talking to over there? I'm talking to you, you son of a bitch. I sell cable. I sell propane. I hate you. I hate you more. I'm done, I promise.
Imagine you playing with like toys, talking with them.
I promise. I don't have I don't have any. Well, I mean, there's a shitload of action.
Ellie says I'm talking to you. No, he says no, you're not.
There's. I mean, I got Robbie. I mean, he could talk and press the button, but I mean, there's a bunch of toys behind me. But
yeah,
I fly in Slave One around here like a toxic white male.
Oh yeah,
my Slave One ship. That's right. It's Slave
Clear
One.
my ship, boy. Pick that cotton.
Paint a Confederate flag on it.
He said, say it again. Say it again so everybody
Everyone's like, ah! It's like, it's okay, I'm black. You know, I got the N-word pass.
He's got the pass. Oh, let's see. And if that is the case, it makes absolutely no sense because Black Widow was indeed a chess piece to one of her male counterparts, and as Nick Fury, because shockingly, she actually worked for him. He aptly used her skills on a number of missions, including recruiting Bruce Banner and Tony Stark into the Avengers.
Did she really use skills to recruit them?
Yeah.
Like,
Did
she kind
you
of
know?
was just kind of around, and then was like, "Hey, these guys are cool."
Right? I mean, she more or less like Banner was like in love with her. I mean,
yeah, she's kind of a slut. Like the way they made her in Ultron, where it's just like, oh, everyone's into her. It's like, you know, who she's gonna hop in bed with. You know, it's kind of the question.
Well, I don't know. I feel like with Barton, there wasn't like a love there. It was like a brother sister.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I feel it very much that like it's like, oh, if I wasn't married, you know.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
He's still
there's a lot.
smashed.
There's a lot of moments where they could have done extra, but they don't. So
He's still
kinda what I was
smashed.
saying.
He's
Like
don't-
they
don't let
understand
him
each other
fool you.
better than like they understand each other better than anyone would, but they're not like, yeah, baby, let's get it on, yeah.
It
Yeah, no, I
happened.
think they have a very complicated, developed, complex relationship, like with their job. But
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, at the end of the day, I think Hawkeye, if it wasn't for like his already established family, there'd be
Oh
like.
no, I agree. If they were to bang, it'd probably be bodacious. It'd be like the 300 Rise of an Empire singing with
Eva
what's
Green,
her face. Like, yeah, it'd be something like that, probably. But
I think
Anyway.
he did. I think he did. I think after they killed about 50 people and they were all breathing hot and heavy, they're just sitting there both like panting over a hail of like bodies and
Spectre.
yep and spent fucking shell casings. They just looked at each other and were like, "Fuck it." It was all amped up and yep.
or they had like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith scene or whatever. Regardless,
I mean, I'm all right
Yeah.
with that. If you want to smack me around a little bit and me punch you in the face and then we get it on, I'm good with that. You know, if that's
stepping on broken glass.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
house that shot up.
hey,
like, oh,
you
sure,
know,
sure.
like I said, I got no problem with that. If she's a little violent, you know, that's always fun.
I think he did stuff to her corpse on Vormir. And hear me out. Hear me out. His
Doesn't
family
count.
had been gone for 5 years. There were no guarantees. And he was playing with time. He was going to get back to the Avengers headquarters at the same time anyway, right? So Show back up with
Yeah.
a little funk on your fingers. Why not?
It's like Lonely Island. Doesn't matter. Had sex.
You just reminded me with that. I don't know if it was Angus or somebody else said that there's a potential that Widow could be alive because when Cap went back to return the stones and he returned the Soul Stone to its spot, potentially it's possible that she comes back with that, but I don't know. They never say it, so.
That's another thing. How do you not show Captain America and Red Skull, you know?
Yeah, he had to return the fucking stone to him. And Tony, as far as your comments for Black Widow go,
I'll see you in hell, Costanza.
I'll say this, Tony. I love the movie Neon Demon, so I think you have a real franchise on your hands with this idea. I'll let y'all investigate what I mean with that.
We're not screen sharing. We're not screen sharing that. She was not a chess piece to anyone else. In fact, Iron Man 2 makes it clear she's not a chess piece for Tony Stark, as she reveals she's an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., and her whole purpose of getting close to Stark was on Fury's orders.
And she technically worked for Pepper while she was with Stark, as well as Fury, so.
Yep.
She had, what is that, sexmatisms as well? A chess piece if another woman moves the pieces?
Not if woman B is hotter than woman A. I don't know how it works though. I don't know if that's like, never mind. Let's see. In Captain America: The Winter Soldier, she's not a chess piece for Cap either. The two actually work together in order to stop Hydra. Then in Captain America,
Fury got his ass almost killed. So I mean, if he was around, that's what she'd be doing. So
yep.
And in fact, she actually still was kind of doing what he was saying anyway. So
yep.
You know, still following his orders.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
So they really didn't. I don't know. They there's a little more information on this one,
right? Let's see. Then in Captain America: Civil War, she plays both sides and eventually helps Captain America acquire the Quinjet at the airport scene.
I guess.
Wait, who the hell is Linda Cardellini?
Linda Cardellini? She's been in a bunch
Hawkeye's
of
wife.
She's related to Squidward. Tortellini?
She's been in a bunch of movies.
Oh, no. I'm not a fan of her.
Boy. She was the chick in Grandma's Boy.
Yeah. She actually got the blonde. She was a video game chick. I need to buy that on Blu-ray. I fucking love that movie.
Me too.
I've seen that movie like an obscene amount of fucking times. Like,
which movie?
Grandma's Boy. Oh God, seriously, that is one of those movies. Like, it just like I put that movie on, and it just like it makes my brain happy. It's just like one of those like straight up just like serotonin dump movies. It's just like it just makes you feel warm and fuzzy watching it.
It's good. It's like an Adam Sandler movie without Adam Sandler.
So it's really good in that case. That's the thing about it. More recently in Avengers Endgame, she, speaking of Black Widow, became head of the Avengers and was organizing operations across the planet following Thanos' attacks, such as bake sales and pop can drives. She would eventually sacrifice herself, a choice she makes in order for the Avengers to acquire the Soul Stone so they can produce an Infinity Gauntlet of their own.
So why is she whining about being a chess piece?
Because narrative.
That's basically it.
Because she finally got her own movie, and it was to hand off her role to a younger, prettier actress.
So now she's a bitter hag. She's like, she is okay. So me and Scarlett get divorced, right? And I hook up with Yelena, and then she sees Yelena as, like Tony said, the younger, prettier version of her, and she's like, that motherfucking bitch has got herpes, or some shit like that. And it's like, you're just jealous.
He abused me when we were together, or some shit. That's what
I'd be like, bitch, you told me to beat it up. I'm like, I don't know. I you know. Like you said, she was like, I said, not James Caan, motherfucker. No, what are you doing?
So in one sense, she might have been a chess piece, but that was in her duties as a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent under Nick Fury. Otherwise, she's made a lot of her own decisions and been a key in helping the Avengers succeed. All you have to do is all that you have to know is that God damn it. All you have to know all you have to do all you have to know that is to watch the actual movies. That sounded like a weird sentence to me. I'm like, what?
We need to do like little claps so you can read it.
Is to watch the actual movies.
Clap it out, kid.
It seemed like there should have been a comma there or something. I don't know because I was reading it off weird.
All you have to do to know.
She annoyed me in Age of Ultron, like pretty badly.
I'm a monster.
Yeah.
Mason OT fag. What?
Huh?
No,
it's OT fag.
No, they cut the word. They cut the name. It's
Bernie
fag Benel.
Beanie. Beanel.
I was like, what are you reading?
Read his name.
Oh God, he said the F word.
Honestly, having the Beanel doesn't make that sound any better.
Fag Beanel.
What the hell?
Oh, that's gonna get audio clipped when I hit 1,000.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
That's all right. I don't, dude. Trust me. At this stage, we're fine. We're all fine. We're good. We don't care. Just enjoy yourselves. It's a celebration, bitches.
And it had OT, like the original trilogy.
We'll just from this point forward, we'll just refer to him as OT Bundle of Sticks. I don't know. I mean, I think that
and then Beanel or Benel. Like what? Who names their kid that? Are you assholes? Like I don't know. It sounds.
I would venture a guess to say I believe they're
the fag Benels are a proud people.
At least they didn't name a last name like Quantanifa Wotifa or something. You know.
No, what is that movie? Team America. It's like you're at fag.
Team America World, please.
Yes.
Team America. Fuck yeah. Oh shit. Let's see what else we got here. Go ahead, Tony.
Well, I was going to say the good news is Marvel's last real relevant, or Disney's last real relevant branch of their business is going to shit. So maybe Pixar can come out with a few movies every now and then, but
well, so go ahead. Sorry, brother.
It's not good news for them. Just kind of good news for me.
Oh, Tony. The comment comes a couple weeks after Johansson's commented on Black Widow's hypersexualization in Iron Man 2 that were reportedly made back in 2019 and recently published by Collider to promote the Black Widow film.
The Black Widow.
Yeah, I don't have anything to comment on there.
11 years later.
She was asked by Collider. There's a sort of sexualization of superheroes. How did that affect Black Widow? Johansson responded, yeah, it definitely has changed. And I think part of the change has probably, it's hard because I'm inside it. Is she doing this on purpose to me? Because this is kind of, I'm not trying to read it like that. But that's kind of funny. I want to start over. Yeah, it definitely has changed. And I think part of that change has probably... It's hard because I'm inside it, but probably a lot of that is really squishy and moist, and actually for me too. I don't know. I like that shit. It's hard because I'm inside it.
I wonder if Bill Cosby's going to be at the premiere.
Yeah, he could be now. He's probably got a reserved spot, you know. Finally, that empty seat. We've always wondered.
I'm here to see the next MCU movie.
This should be a shirt. It's hard because I'm inside it.
ScarJo.
It doesn't even make sense in her sentence. She's like, well, it's probably, you know, because I'm inside it, you know?
Well, because she knows she's a hypocrite.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's like, oh, yeah, I don't know.
Wait, somebody from Hollywood, and yeah, here we go right here. Yeah, here it is right here. This is, I'll guarantee you, I'll be like 35 Z's. years old and I'm a mom and my life is like totally different. Obviously, 10 years have passed and things have happened and I have a much different, more evolved understanding of myself, she continued.
Evolved understanding.
Narcissist.
Yep, that's it. She went on. As a woman, I'm in a different place in my life, you know? And I felt more forgiving of myself as a woman and not, sometimes probably not enough. I'm more accepting of myself, I think, sees.
Forgiving of myself. What does that even mean? I don't understand this
Well,
language.
it's funny because
what?
She's got all these plastic surgeries. You see her like when she made that movie Ghost World versus now, or even when she first got Avengers. It's very clear she got work done. You know,
Really, Ghost in the Shell?
No. Ghost World's like a indie comic movie she did.
Would she get? She caught hate for that one too.
Or she was an alien?
No. I'm
That's
saying
different.
like she got all this plastic surgery. You know, in between that movie and Avengers, so it's kind of like so fucking hypocritical.
Oh Jesus! Now she's Now her being like, that's the thing is like, you would think the older that she would get, she would want people to find her attractive because that's how females work. It's they don't.
Yeah,
they
she
don't,
was in her 20s when people were attracted to her and she liked the attention, and now she's over 30 and has had her kids, and she's like, oh no, it's sexualization now.
You would think
Is
she
she
would
single
still
or is she
want-
married?
I think she's married.
No, she's married. She's talking about her husband wouldn't help her do lines because he didn't want spoilers.
Then why is she bitching
Yeah.
about being sexualized or not forgiving herself for some bullshit? Like,
This is the same
get
thing you
over
see
it.
in porn documentaries where these dumb bitches get in, they get rich quick, and then they regret how they got rich. because
It's
they
like,
have a family.
okay, she must have done everything off screen that she's bitching about, because as far as on screen, she done did fine.
Yep. Oh, this is great. Godzillionaire. Jello Pudding Pop was a bad dude.
The Jello Pudding Pop tastes pretty good in the mouth hole, and the bung hole, and the other hole.
Keely challenged me 38. 38 years old, Keely Chow. God damn it.
Very good. Marge, grab the cigarettes. We need to refill the wine glass.
I'm going to be 38 in October.
Wag down the ice cream man. I gotta tell him I turned 40 again. It's the 8th time in the last year.
Keely, a young man. We love you. We love you, kid. We love you. Let's see.
I don't know if Keely is a boy or a girl.
He's a guy. He's a guy.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
I did. Sorry, I gave you an old lady, the one, you know,
I've,
a golden girl's voice.
I've streamed with him over on Raiders before. Keely is, if you say Keely Chow one time, not even in a mirror, just say Keely Chow one time, he magically appears in your live stream. It's fucking
He is
incredible.
everywhere. He is everywhere. I see him
Yes.
all the time. So
Yes, dude.
That's
Hail
currently.
Keely. Yeah,
It
before
could
he
change
was
tomorrow.
Who knows?
That's why I call him the fucking Ultron. Of the
Check his
Phantom Menace.
wristbands. What color are they? Gotta know his pronouns for the day.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. She then addressed the hypersexualization of Black Widow and Iron Man 2. All of that is related to that move away from that kind of hypersexualization of this character. And I mean, you look back at Iron Man 2, and while it was really fun and had a lot of great moments in it, the character is so sexualized, you know? Like,
wait,
she's stupid.
Like, with what? She was fully clothed. The whole what you talking
but
about?
it's the way they looked at her. It was the male gaze.
They framed Gal Gadot more sexualized than they do Black Widow. I mean, Black Widow is just kind of sexier in general. So
Gal
I don't know.
Gadot fine motherfucker. She just needs to eat some
And,
fucking
and,
red
and the
beans and rice.
in the Joss Whedon cut, there's like a full minute of him zooming in on her ass. You know.
Like I said, she needs to do some lunges and eat some fucking carbs on that ass. Fucking throw some fat on that ass, ma. Just because you're Israeli
Some
doesn't
meat
mean you
on
can't
the
have
grill.
a fat ass.
Yeah.
Shit.
I love when people be like, "Oh, all the incels are really can't fap to this character." It's like, is it wrong? I want to fap. Like, am I a criminal? Like,
right.
You're evil. You're evil, Angus.
The characters were designed to elicit that exact response. I'm sorry, they were. That's look at like you look at the way the characters look at heroes.
Thor,
Yeah, Thor. Yeah, like they're not hypersexualization of Thor's character. You get a full fucking like 30 seconds of Gamora just like groping his fucking bicep in what was that? Infinity War when they find him after Thanos blows up their ship.
Yeah.
I mean, they're always, talking about him with his shirt off and, or showing him with his shirt off. It's like they're doing that for a reason. Because,
and even Steve Rogers, America's ass,
Oh, well,
that's the thing.
Well, yeah, look at, but they use both, absolutely. And that's the thing. It's like, it's okay to do it to the male characters. But if you do it to, and still Black Widow is still a very deep character. There's a lot beneath the surface there. So I don't know. I think
maybe she's getting confused with porn because they do over sexualize her in there, perhaps. But they could, if they were going for over sexualization in the films, they could have done better because they didn't really try that hard.
Well, that's my thing. It's not even that she feels like she was sexualized; it was hyper-sexualized. Like,
okay, what exactly is hyper? That sounds like a Pokemon attack. Hyper-sexualization. We'll go, Mr. Mime.
Pokemon hyper-sexualized. Pokemon
sounds like a Mr. Mime attack.
Someone's sad because they hit their peak.
Yep. She's at the top of the arch on the last hill of the roller coaster at the crest.
She realized the epiphany phase, but she already had kids though. So why does she care? That's why I don't get. Angus and I look into this stuff with red pill type of things all the time. It's like she's past 30 and she's got kids.
Yep.
She's married, right? Like,
yeah.
Why does she care? Like she's already set now, and she's also rich. She's the bread maker, right? She's the breadwinner. Like.
Her husband's a baller too, I think, isn't he? I think he's got cake too. She's not married to a nobody, like
no Pete Davidson or something.
Yeah, no, this guy I'm fairly certain he's successful.
Pokemon.
But yeah, it's like, so it would make sense if she was single and didn't have kids and she was like, oh no, but then again, I think she'd be kind of going, okay, never mind. I don't know. She'd be pulling her list out of her demands from men. She wants him to be in bed by 8 with her, and I don't fucking, you know what I mean? God damn it.
We'll think about it.
She wants
Tony. Look, I'm sorry for 1 second. Look, super fan Adam Shawhan. Even Dave B was in love with Thor. I just read it like this. Even though Dave was in love with, he was in love with Thor. I can't do it. God damn it.
No, but she's one of the original Avengers. She's coming off of the hottest movie franchise in the world right now. Has made more money than she'll ever need, that her kids will ever need. She's a household name and she leaves complaining. So, what kind of person is she really anyway?
A woman.
Like, do you ever hear Hill, the actress who played her, bitch about the stuff? She was wearing practically the same suit and shit she was in.
I miss her.
Oh my God, I love Colby. I love Colby Smulders.
She seemed like a mature woman that's like, yeah, I'm not going to complain about shit. If you want to put me in something sexy, sure, but you never do. They always have her fully clothed, like in her Shield outfit all the time,
Yeah, she was banging in that fucking skin tight Shield outfit, though, man.
Oh yeah, I was like, ooh, I'm loving this Avengers movie.
I'm like, I like you so much better in this than I did How I Met Your Mother. I'm like,
fuck that show.
Yes.
She's like Grenade.
Exactly.
She don't like Loki. She's trying to do what she can.
Right.
She ain't complaining.
No, she was just she's out there fighting with fucking gods and shit, and she's got a 9mm.
She was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and did some stuff a little bit,
She's got to apologize for contributing to the male gaze. This is what is it? She's like patting herself and like absolving herself despite being part of it.
Mm-hmm.
She's like the Ghislaine Maxwell of Marvel with male gaze.
She continued, really talked about, like, she's a piece of something, like possession or a thing or whatever, like a piece of ass, really. And Tony, tone deaf, just kidding, even refers to her as something like that at one point. What does he say?
She doesn't even know.
I was about to say, this sounds like she doesn't know what she's talking about. Like, honestly, she really doesn't understand what she's even talking about.
So she's complaining from shit a decade before, like. So, and I would be a little resentful because Wanda got her show before Black Widow did, and then Captain Marvel, of course. And when she does finally get her movie, it's out of place. I mean, it feels like a technicality. Like, here's your movie. Now we can say we gave you a movie, but she's passing the torch in the movie that focuses on her.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't have it be like, no, Black Widow's dead, but the same actress will just play a new character. I'm surprised they don't. They do that in the CW all the time with their shows.
I'm thinking maybe this is they're going with this angle. They research interests and stuff, and they probably know there's not a big interest in this film like normal. Like, I've heard it's one of the worst projected Marvel movies ever, especially given its esteem, its money making ability. So I think this is kind of they're already setting up this like, they're going to hear like, oh, she's not like hot like Iron Man 2 or Avengers. So that's why people didn't see this movie. That's why it only made like 500 million or less.
My question is, why is it like nobody has any issue criticizing this movie compared to like Captain Marvel? I want to know what changed.
Yeah, I don't quite know. Seemed like the amount of ass on screen was too much for ETEP's computer, and he'll have to reboot and recover to return here with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of Marvel talked out, to be honest. I think I've said everything. I said everything I could need to say about Marvel.
Yeah.
What's up with you, Tony?
Oh, nothing. I was just gonna say, I think the Me Too crowd got ETEP.
They fucking swatted his ass.
Fucking Antifa showed up outside his door. He's like, bloop, gone.
You criticized a black character.
It's like, maybe it isn't okay to criticize Black Widow. My bad, guys.
Poor ETEP.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at any news all day. Like, what's been going on in the world of pop culture, you guys?
I've been in the dark. I've just been enjoying Xbox and social media. I haven't even been looking at social media crap like for like news or anything. I'm just like scrolling. So like I've been pretty much in the dark this week.
Sorry about that, gentlemen. I got Black Widowed.
Welcome to Vormir.
Disney knew I was talking bad about something, so they nuked me. The weather here is kind of shitty right now, so I was kind of afraid it was going to happen. But yeah, so it did, and
everything is proceeding as I had foreseen.
Excellent. Everything is proceeding as I had planned.
Yes.
Bring young Skywalker to me and tell him to frig off, lay.
Yes.
Once more, the Sith will rule the galaxy.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it longer than that. Angus. Like,
was that like Louis Anderson?
No, it's fucking Palpatine in Episode 3.
It sounded like the way you drew it out. It sounded like a Louis Anderson from that Life with Louis cartoon. Do you remember that shit? You ever see that? You ever watch Life with Louis?
No, I know what you're talking about. No, I never watched it.
Oh yeah, he had that. He had a voice kind of like this. He'd be like, "I don't want to go to school tomorrow, Mom. The kids will say I'm fat.
I don't want to grow up. I don't want to play with Legos.
They
Get out of here."
They said I'm fat and I have a big head. You know, they had
I don't have a boner in my pants. It is just my wallet. Sorry. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy.
And then somebody tried to extort him when he was hosting Family Feud with homosexual pictures.
Oh, no, not the faggots. Don't give me more swirlies, guys.
Jeez.
I didn't expect that from Rookie.
I did not either.
Oh, boy, guys. You're really giving it to me now.
Like, it's one thing when we're like off air talking on the phone and like in a stream.
Boy, oh boy,
You will be silent.
I done did it this time.
I'm not sure if it is, but I'll just play this too. There.
It is an F word, so I guess.
Just
Calm down. Now get back to your seat. I'll take care of this. Calm down. Calm down. Get a hold of yourself.
Doctor, you want it on the phone.
all right.
It's airplane.
I gotta see that. That's fucking hilarious.
Before we get into our last topic, I feel I would be remiss, because there were some new eyes in the chat, if I didn't play not a bumper, ladies and gentlemen, but a video that belongs to my brother Tony Tone Deaf. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you've seen it before, but you're gonna watch it with us again while I cue this article up. I give you the sheer fucking genius, the awesomeness that is Wakanda Land.
Do you ever look around at your continent and feel a little down? Ashamed of where you come from? Do you ever see your parents offered up to a Libyan warlord from your cage and silently wish to yourself, reality can be whatever I want? My friends, are you simply hungry?
Hi, I'm trans non-binary Disney CEO Bob JPEG, and I'm inviting you to experience the other side of reality. Relax, recuperate, and reinvent yourself at our newest and most diverse Walt Disney World Resort. When real life doesn't quite cut it, come experience our version of Africa. Introducing Wakanda Land.
Book your reservation at Wakanda Land today and get a free 30-day trial to Lucasfilm writer Leslie Headland's new dating app, Wine and Dynasty. It's a sure thing every time. Available for download through the App Store or Google Play.
Wine and Dynasty. I will never forget that.
That is probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
Our version of Africa.
Like there's like the sight of my son, like when he was born, after everything him and my wife went through. There's a sight of my son and getting to hold him, and then there's Tony's Wakanda Land video.
Yeah, you put your son down. Hold on, son. You had your turn. All right, now.
Dude, you know what? I just realized. So I got like ratioed and mobbed by a bunch of like them POC shit for some like OC artist on Twitter with like their whole thing is like, oh, here's my gay rap character. You know, that's like the whole extent. And someone was calling them out for like not having like actual depth to character, and so I'm like, as a black guy, I'm saying like, are black people so dumb they can't make, actual characters? Like I was asking, like, is the low so bar for us? Is the bar so low for us? But I got like swarmed, so then like I'm just like blocking all these weirdos because they're not here for conversation. And now I know it was right there. I'll reply with that in every fucking reply to these people.
I get angry. On Facebook, you get those message requests from people who you're not friends with, and they have to like their messages go through a filter to get to you. I always get them because I comment on shit on the Detroit News or Detroit Free Press page, and sometimes this is a lot of the reason. I'll I'll post something and I'll just troll motherfuckers because it's like, you know what? This is I know that the IQ pool here is low, so I'm just gonna throw out some easy bait for these people and let's see who bites on this and what kind of proportionate response I have to give. And I always get because I'll just laugh to react certain comments, and I always get, what's so funny? I got called a stupid pig buffalo from some Middle Eastern guy who was like not from the U.S. It was great. All it said was, you stupid pig buffalo. I'm like, that's a fucking amazing idea for a character.
Interesting hybrid.
A pig buffalo. I'm like, think of the meat you could get off that thing.
It'd be a smart little guy and strong. You know, would it be the size of a pig or the size of a buffalo?
I want the front half of a buffalo and the rear end of a pig. I think that'd look hilarious, and it wouldn't be able to move. It'd be like trying to climb.
It's gonna be the sound of a pig too. It's this battle charge.
They have to be as smart as the trained rhinos in Black Panther too.
Well, pigs are actually intelligent. Pigs are actually intelligent creatures,
Don't
dude.
you disparage the rhino fucking army. Those are more sophisticated than those fucking stupid colonizer weapons like tanks and guns. Yeah, Wakanda Spear Lady calls a gun fucking primitive while she's using a goddamn pointy stick. And I'm saying this as somebody who loves that fucking movie, despite all its shite fucking flaws, bad writing, idiotic character decisions. Hey, let's just kill off Claw. Why? Because the fucking plot needs us to. Not that he's supposedly been around for 30 years and he's been a thorn in Wakanda's side, but we'll just kill him off because Killmonger has fucking daddy issues. Gotcha, bud. All right. And ready, go. Fuck me, right?
Oh, I was gonna say that the Claw comes back in Toy Story for revenge.
Yeah, they just kill off Claw. Yeah, we're gonna make Killmonger a real sympathetic character, even though he shot his fucking girlfriend in cold blood. But he's very sympathetic. You know, he's not a bad guy. He was just doing that for the right reasons, right?
Yeah, he was just sending out ships to eliminate the evil race.
You know, but it was for the right reasons. You know, I mean, hey, look, I get it. I understand. Look, we here at White People Incorporated, we understand your frustrations, black people. We really do. But we really, at this time, there's really nothing we can do about it. If you take a number, wait in the lobby, we'll be happy to get back to you.
We'll butter your toast for you really well, as good as we can. We have lots of whipped cream and butter and everything.
You know us white people love mayonnaise. we put it on everything.
We have a black section perfectly in our refrigerator just in case.
The fucking you sound like the book department at Walmart. Jane Theory brought that up. How they break down. They'll be like you have like science fiction, you know, young adult, biographies, things like that, and then you have like black authors, and it's like all of these books are different. They're not like one kind of books written by black authors. She's like, when I go into a bookstore, she goes, I'll take all the books out of the black author section and I'll put them in the sections that they fucking go in and let somebody say something to me. I'm like, you're awesome, Jane.
Because it's just a variety of genres just randomly scattered about or something.
No, they just throw every book written by a black person in a section that says black people or black authors. You know,
it just says black people.
It just says black folks here.
Hey, librarian, can you help me find the black section? Oh, sure, it's the sign that says black people.
Dude, literally at Walmart, Tony, have I not sent you pictures of that? It says black authors. Like that's what it says, and it's like
real progressive.
Yeah, and these books, Where's
the black section?
It's literally, dude, like the Walmart where like right by my house. It's so fucking funny. I will take a picture next time and I'll send it to you guys. And all these books are like, none of them go together. They should all be in other sections, but they're all together just because they're written by black people. And it's like, isn't that kind of fucked up? Like, what if somebody's looking for a book on, like, it's a black science fiction book, but it's not in the science fiction section. It's just thrown in with the black authors.
Next to a gardening book.
Yeah.
It sounds like a skit for like that they'd have in a show where it's like, hey, Whitey, I'm going to show you the black section of the library. Oh boy. And then they turn the corner and they got lowriders and they got some fried chicken and grape juice and watermelon, everything. And they're like, no, see, it's because it's the black section of the library. It's like,
I'm empowered with this section.
It's like, yes, I now see it's so cool over here, my homie. You know, I get you now.
All I'm saying is Steve Rogers came out of the ice 10 years ago, and now black people are getting their own section again. Not saying it's related.
That's how woke Captain America is. That's how woke he is, see? So speaking of woke, Marvel promises more. And this is the thing. Let me preface all this by saying there's no fucking issue with anybody in the MCU being a member of the aforementioned. I'm not giving them all the letters. I'm just going to say the alphabet because they've already got 25 out of 26 of the letters. So, you know, it's fine. It's fine. We're all fine. As long as we get to keep the fucking lazy vowel, the Y. I mean, you know, we just, for some reason, we get stuck with the Y. I don't know. Marvel Studios Executive Vice President of Film, Victoria Alonso, promises more LGBTQXYZ representation is coming in the MCU future. That's what she said. Literally, she said that. So this link is uninteresting. Okay, we'll try not to show it anymore. You fucking try not to show me that anymore. Thank you.
It's cute how they talk like they have a future.
I know.
And don't you know the song? LGBTQ SJWs are gonna fuck with you.
Right, I don't, and like I said, man, I don't care. Like if people are whatever, it's fine as long as everybody's a consenting adult. I don't fucking care.
What's funny too? There's actually a lot of gay characters in the MCU, or at least in the Marvel movies and shows. Like even Agents of Shield, there's like a dude with superpowers where he can melt stuff, and he's a gay dude, but they don't ever like. They don't really care. He's like, oh yeah, should I tell my boyfriend? They're like, no, probably don't tell him you have powers yet. It's a little freaky. And then he gets killed at some point. And it's like, whatever. You know, the gayness isn't focused on at all. There's a couple chicks that make out all the time, I think. Yeah, I don't remember. And it's like, yeah, okay, cool. But they're like, you know, whatever. Cool.
Well, chicks making out, I mean, that's good because, I mean, if I'm reviewing that show, I get to do this.
The lesbian!
I mean, that never gets old. I'm literally 14. That never gets old.
Was there a team called the Lesbians in the WWE or something? Like,
no. Eric Bischoff used to do this thing they call HLA, and it was Hot Lesbian Action. And he'd have some of the girls just come down to the ring and make out or whatever. And
I was just picturing that they panned to the people, and it's like just two dudes, and they're just called the Lesbians.
But no, there used to be a tag team called Billy. It was Billy and Chuck. And it was Billy Gunn and Chuck Palumbo, and they were ambiguously kind of, but they were supposed to be gay, and that was supposed to be funny because it was like 2002 or 3, and so they played this whole angle with these two being kind of ambiguous, but kind of like, are they, aren't they? Up until they had a wedding, and they're standing in an altar in the ring in front of a pastor, and they're like, wait. I'm not gay. Are you gay? I'm not gay either. And it's like
they're just like, hey, I don't want to hurt your feelings, bro. So
yeah,
I'll just go along with it.
Yeah, and this is how this went. I'm like, can you fucking imagine them doing that on TV now? Holy!
I can see the UFC doing that with Dana White, whatever his name is.
Oh, dude,
that shows you how far straight. That's just how far straight people can go and still be straight. You know,
right? The ambiguously gay duo, Ace and Gary. Nice call, Parrot Head. I remember that.
The ambiguously gay duo.
Let's get him, Ace. Come on my back.
Good. I needed to put my cape on anyway.
Vibration mode.
Marvel Studios Executive Vice President of Film Production Victoria Alonso has promised more representation is coming. The letters, the alphabet letters coming to the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Phase 4 develops. The new stage of the franchise began in earnest with Marvel Studios' first independent TV series on Disney Plus, WandaVision, earlier this year. That was followed by the Falcon and the Winter scold all the white people for being bad and say that no self-respecting black man would ever take the shield soldier, an ongoing Loki series. Half the film of the latest phase kicks off with the early release of the Black Widow on July 9th, which is racist because Scarlett Johansson's white, so she can't play a character named Black Widow because everything has to be real these days. But I mean, am I wrong?
The Indigenous Peoples Widow.
Despite the success of the MCU, the representation of the LGBTQ characters in the franchise has been found to be somewhat lacking by many critics. Who are these critics?
Yeah, exactly.
Who are these critics?
White male critics.
Basically, white males probably that are like, just
don't cancel me.
Neck beard, fat incel pieces of slime.
Oh my God, we're like so allies. Are you gay? No, we just talk like this because we thought that's what they sounded like. I don't know.
We thought that women like it when we talk like this. No,
they're like, no, seriously.
This is how you get the pussy. This is the treasure map to the pussy.
But seriously though, these made up critics, okay. So like I said, man, if you have gay characters, bi, whatever, lesbians, nobody fucking cares. Just make the character good, and then, oh yeah, hey, this is, who they're attracted to. Okay, cool. Awesome. They can, that's part of their character. It's part of how you build them and endear them to us. So like I said, man, even, it doesn't fucking matter.
Spartacus literally had one of the main cast members, character, be gay, essentially. And he'd just go and fuck his dude and do whatever, and they'd have some lovey moments of whatever, but nobody gave a shit because there's every character that was in a relationship had a thingy that they'd go, oh, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But then the other dude became a warrior also, so it was like a brotherly type of whatever stuff. Yeah, Spartan gay, pretty much. And it was
all them dudes back then in Greece and everyone was fucking each other anyway.
Yeah, but it's like, what was funny is that none of them were like, you slept with same sex. Blah, 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 blah. They're just like, whatever, dude. Like,
that's just where, they just, it's weird. Yeah,
that's why I think we should institutionalize homosexuality, because unbeknownst to the woke people, we would recreate Sparta.
but they're too toxically masculine.
And guess what? All these little snowflakes would be cast off a fucking cliff at birth.
Oh, let's see.
When you toss them off the cliff, you hear
on the way down.
Music to my ears.
The fucking
curse you and your toxic masculinity.
They would, man. They'd just be reeing all the damn way down to the bottom of just Mount Doom, just all like that. All there, and they're blowing their woke.
That's the dwarf booty. He gets at it.
Yeah, I'll turn it down. We'll play that bitch one more again. This
like
one
Toby
more
the
again.
Tuba.
That's the fucking woke horn, mi gente, right there. That's the woke horn. Oh, but so let's see.
There's more shit.
Yeah, so this has developed further in Loki. Through both the presence of Sylvian in episode 3 Lamentus, when Loki revealed he's bisexual. This marks the first time a primary character within the MCU has openly shared they're part of the LGBTQ community. Okay, now the writer of the show did say that she did that so she could put her own spin on this. I mean, just because Loki's shape, changes his appearance, I mean, does that necessarily mean has he ever been? I don't know, because I didn't read the comics. I don't know. Has he ever been bisexual in the comics?
He's been a chick in the comics, like
I know that
physically turned into one. He's probably fooled some people as a chick.
But he's still a dude, though.
Yeah.
He's still a fucking dude. Just because he changed his primary shape, he's a frost giant.
Yeah, they're saying he's still a dude that is bi.
Yeah,
he's a trans non-binary character.
He's trans-binary Asgardian.
If he's fucking bi, he's bi. Okay, that's all. But he's never. They said, oh, he has been. I'm like, he's not bisexual just because he changes shapes and shit. That doesn't.
Hold on.
That doesn't fucking make any sense.
Angus, you watched the show. Did they have it? Did they have it like a huge focus, a huge fixation, or? Is
I
it
just want
like
to know what.
No, like him and Sylvie. Spoilers, episode 3, I think. They essentially, when they're chasing this variant Loki, who's causing all these problems with the TVA ending timelines branches. you find out, Loki figures out, like, wait, this person's hiding in Nexus events and like apocalypses that like essentially mask her presence because everything is just getting offed in this point. So she's like bouncing around. So then they go to one apocalypse and they have to like escape. So they're trying to like power up the little machine, like a little cell phone device that like they can go through portals. And so they try to get to like this mega ship, this Ark, to get off the planet. And they get on a train to go there. And after they sneak on, they end up like chit-chatting and kind of gaining each other's trust. And so then she's like, the female Loki is like, so is there like any girl back home or any guy? And he kind of like, I can't remember exactly, but he kind of seems like, oh yeah, that could be a thing either way. And it's like not a big deal.
Bit of both.
Okay, see, like that's fine because it sounds like the author's putting more emphasis on it than what they did in the show.
The person's acting really woke and virtue signaling something that's actually
it sounds like something common that they do. Don't they?
Yeah, virtue signaling a very inconsequential like little drop nugget of like, oh, Loki's bi, but all these like weirdos on Twitter are gonna be like, oh my god, it's the bestest character, when like they never cared about the Thor universe before this, you know? Just like the NFL guy came out as gay, which is like, well, we already had a gay guy in the draft years ago for the Rams.
Michael Sam.
And they're gonna act like, oh yeah, but then they find he's a Republican, and it's like, fuck this guy.
Dude, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say, holy fucking hypocrisy, Batman. Like 2 days before they were motherfuckering him and calling him every fucking epithet in the book you could call somebody, you know, that is of that persuasion. They fucking, you know, they were championing him, and I find out he's a Republican. Oh, those tweets were nasty too. And I'm not a fucking Republican. So I don't give a fuck. I'll make fun of him. It was funny. That shit was funny. The fact that how pissed off these people got, they found out that's who he was. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I want the next person who comes out as gay that's like super famous to come out as gay, and then like a month later, then reveal your politics. Yep. Be like, so they're like, he's so cool, so prideful, and then he Trump. No.
It's just funny because it's like you were just talking them up. You know, they were the most amazing human being on the planet, 10 seconds ago, and now you hate them just because they don't think like you? Like, what kind of hypocrisy is that? Like, and then you're going to sit there and lecture me from your faux moral high ground, motherfucker? I don't think so.
It's like, Angus and I talk about this a lot. It's like, you can never, ever satisfy this. It's like, he used religion as a comparison. I forget specifically what it was, but
there's a couple of things. Essentially, because we're in a Judeo-Christian based society with our laws, that is to blame for like Antifa and the leftism of today as like a template. Like the tolerance of Christendom has allowed this thing to transpire. And I'm not blaming or whatever, but like this is just a reality. It's. You don't see this in Islamic countries, except like maybe UAE or something, where it's like they're kind of faux Muslim. But like in our country, with our principles that have guided our thinking, they use the template, and one of those is like original sin. So it's like pure-born baby. Well, he's got the sin of Adam, the sin of the father. Well, right now the sin of the father is white, white and or male and or straight. You are an oppressor. They blend religion with like Marxism. And there's a couple other angles. They really hate the rich, but like the big difference, though, in a way, like Christendom, it's a lot harder for them to like kind of be amoebas and shift with society's temperament. Like there's this like new embrace of modern Christendom, like you can be gay or whatever and come to church. We're fine. It's like a new thing they're trying to appeal, and this is what's killing the church in Europe. Because it's like moral relativism with religion doesn't work,
Yeah.
The left, though, they're very amoebas, It's like you got to bend the knee to the mass cult, but then studies get out in CNN where it's like, oh, the mass don't really help. And then they'll like shift. So there's no hard set dogma. That's like the real difference where it's like you can't really pin them on anything.
No, they move the goalpost whenever it suits them.
Ultimately, it's an effeminate religion, because women don't work with logic. It's kind of the first thing men do is like we think logically. Generally speaking, about a problem, women are very emotional. It's like, well, he said like everything's factual, but his tone was wrong, so like it's not right. That's how the left is.
Yep. Yeah.
He is a little loud.
It's like it's not what you said, but like how you said it.
That's it. It's like your inflection. I found it to be a little bit aggressive, and I took offense to that.
I cheated on you 14 times, but you just sounded a little mean when you're confronting me about that. So who's really at fault here?
Oh God. Let's see.
I love Caitlyn Jenner, the fucking trans savior of California, coming.
Oh God, that's good. Caitlyn. Oh, Bruce, Caitlyn, whatever.
Build that wall.
Bruce.
Yeah.
Bruce is your parents' mother, Martha. No.
Or Stephanie from South Park, as it were. Oh yeah, I'm the strongest woman there is.
Yes, we looked at that last week. I love that. Oh yeah, strong woman.
Yeah.
Step aside.
Speaking to Variety at the fan premiere for Black Widow, Alonso promised that the studio is committed to further LGBTQ plus representation in its outpost going forward. Outpost, Jesus Christ, going forward. We're at the NEMA outpost at the output going forward. The executive acknowledged that doing so takes time and that the studio may not always get it right, but it will continue trying. You can read Alonzo, motherfucker. Can we cut that? No, we're live. Shit. Fuck it. You can read Alonzo's full statement below. We don't need to read the whole thing.
For Thor Love and Thunder, Thor's going to give the chick his hammer and she'll give him a magical dildo.
Oh, yeah, he's going to give her the hammer, all right.
No, and she's going to give him the magical dildo.
No, so Thor's going to give Tessa Thompson. He's going to give Tessa and Lady Thor the hammer, and then they're going to give him the fucking Me Too, and Thor's going to get locked up.
Yeah. But I was saying, because she's like, we're going to try to make more representation, so we'll just take everything that you like and just make it gay, okay?
I'm super. Thanks for asking.
Reed Richards is going to be such a beta.
Oh no! I fucking dude. He already was. We had Miles fucking Teller as Reed Richards. It doesn't get more.
Oh, that's a stretchy guy, right?
Well, yeah, but wasn't it in the comics? Isn't there like more recent comics? Like one of his kids, like he's actually a cuck in like Namor or something. Like I know that's like a thing that they've developed, which I have no problem with like telling new angles on stories.
Yeah,
like, I'm fine with that. But it's like the agenda. It's like when I love the comic Sweet Tooth, so I'm watching the show, and it's the weirdest thing that like they're very obviously woke, but it's an actual good story. Like it's never obvious. The general public's never going to pick up on this, but like they race swap Jep, the main like kind of Mandalorian guardian, to this kid in the story, so he's black now. Every bad person is essentially white, usually male. Even though you got like this weird kind of witch hunt with like the virus in the show, where like you get found out, they like burn you and your fucking house down to like try to kill the virus from like starting a new wave in the town. And like a whole diverse cast will be there, but then like when the doctor, he's like Indian or Muslim or something, his wife's got it, and the white woman, like the kind of Karen of the community, figures them out, sniffs them out. She's gonna like get a vote to try to like do like random testing on the community, kind of try to target them because she knows she gets fucking killed, but then when they're gonna get burned, then it's like, oh, they get saved, it's just, and like there's all these characters where it's like, oh, this one woman's living by herself, but she's like Latina or black, and then she gets a black hybrid child, And it's like the only white good character is maybe the woman from the lab from when the shit started, and the main character who's a white hybrid, It's weird.
Well, I mean, it's 2021. White man bad.
It's legitimately a pretty good show. It's pretty faithful to the comic. besides those race swap things.
Yeah.
And
What's it? It's Sweet Tooth. Is that what you said?
Yeah, it was a Vertigo comic by Jeff Lemire.
Okay.
He's a real libtard. He was one of these like comic artists, Antifa supporters when this is a thing last year or the year before.
Okay.
But really good writer, Sweet Tooth, and some other indie he did. I read. So it's a hard one to critique from like the woke aspects. It definitely is subtly woke, but it's actually a good story.
See, I'm reading Irredeemable, and Mark Waid is in on that one, and it's fucking difficult for me to read anything that Mark Waid is involved with. You know what I mean? He's been such a, but I didn't pay for it. I borrowed it from one of my friends, so I'm like, I guess that I'm not spending my money on it. So I guess, but yeah, I know, man. It's hard to like look at any mainstream comics now and say, well, I don't want to read this because it's woke, because I mean, most of the mainstream comics are woke. The only one mainstream comic that I would say didn't really ever go woke was The Walking Dead. Because that had a really diverse cast, like all around, and even I'm talking about the comics. Did anybody else in the panel read it? Tony, I know you did. You read
my
The Walking
wife
Dead.
is more into the comics.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought you read them too. Because
I don't care about zombies.
Okay, no, that's fine. No, because the comics are fucking great. Like, I mean, there was times where they were so much better than the show. But yeah, so that was a run to where it never really got woke at all. So thank God for that. But they had a naturally diverse cast. So kind of like the TV show, I mean, I know there was cries about them killing off the black characters. But the gay characters on there, most of them have fared pretty well, I guess. Some of them have, which is, a whole thing now, because a lot of shows, they won't kill off the gay because that's a trope, to bring out your gays trope. And that's like we always talked about with the Batwoman show. That's why they wouldn't kill Kate Kane off, because she was a bastion of hope to the LGBT community of Gotham. So that's why they wouldn't find her dead. She had to be brought back under some capacity. And I'm glad they brought her back, because Wallace Day is fine as hell.
Yeah, Glenzer says gay dudes will love it if MCU makes Reed Richards gay. That's just making me think, kind of like with Wolverine. It's like, can you ever really circumcise a man that can stretch himself?
I don't think it works that way. I don't think you can. I don't think you can. I don't think they can have a bris. I don't think he can have a bris. When asked about the decision to make Loki gender fluid in the recent series, Alonso said, "To be honest with you, it's not a big deal," arguing that Marvel was simply being faithful to the character. She continued by stating the studio did do it because it's politically correct or incorrect. It is what it is. Don't forget, we follow our comics. We try to follow them quite to the T. So in the comics, this is who he was. I listened to Eric July go off about this today.
Bro, have you seen the show House of Cards?
I haven't. I've never seen House of Cards.
You should really watch it. Just watch the first 5. The last season was like after the Spacey allegations, so they like totally went like feminist, Me Too, anti the established characters.
Oh God.
Yeah, like it's a very egalitarian show with the Spacey character and his wife, and they're in an open relationship. They're very Machiavellian.
Okay.
But then they totally 180 and be like, "Oh fuck Francis," despite that's the whole reason she's president is because of him. And but essentially it seems like maybe part of like their scheming was like using him as a male to then prop his wife up in this kind of Hillary Clinton style with Bill versus Hillary. And it's pretty believable. And I feel like, because ever since like around Dark Phoenix, this woman has been coming up in name in articles with regards to Marvel. She's been around since I think Iron Man 3, if not before, but it's just now recently, last few years, she's been coming out of the woodworks as a name associated with these movies. And so it's like, I really feel Feige is this Trojan horse for the woke with like his buddies, like Alonzo.
Yes. Yeah, that's the thing that everybody with this in Feige we trust. And is anybody else here a member of that Marvel Cinematic Universe group on Facebook? Holy shit, those people are like woke scolds. Like, I mean, it is. Yeah, and I get on there and I wait. I don't comment on much shit because I get attacked when I do, and I usually when I get attacked I get called an alt-right. And I love when they call me a Yahtzee. I'm like, let me tell you every way that is not possible. But no, it's fucking hilarious though. These people are so weird, like the fan base that they're trying to attract to, I don't know. It's like they blew, pardon the expression, they blew their load in the first phase, and now it's like you have great fucking characters to work with, but you're given a shite, and then your employees attack fans, and I don't know. It just doesn't endear me to give them my money. As I'm trying to, and that's the thing is like I want to see, hail Greg Levitri, what's up, bro? They're always coming in right at the end, man. I wanted to see the new fucking Spider-Man movie, but I in my head I'm like I'm terrified of what they're gonna do to Doc Ock and all these other characters, because I'm like, they're not gonna fucking respect them because they didn't build those characters, Those are Sam Raimi's characters, or whatever, the Amazing Spider-Man shit. I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith in it, and that's what turned me off about the Fantastic Four, because I was like, the Fantastic Four, yay, directed by John Watts. I'm like, motherfucker, like really, like come on.
Did he do the first Spider-Man for Marvel?
He did. He's done Homecoming and Far From Home.
Yeah, because I just rewatched Homecoming like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, actually, this is pretty good. Despite
Homecoming's good.
Yeah, like there's just things I didn't like, but like rewatching, I'm like, hey, actually, this is pretty solid. It's it's still not Raimi Spider-Man, but like it's got it. Besides like the diversity castings. Yeah. Otherwise, it's pretty solid. Far From Home, like I never want to fucking see that movie again.
That's like the consensus about that with people, and they're like, but you go in like one of those Marvel groups in there, and they'll tell you that Tom Holland, those movies they're high art, and I'm like, he's the most compelling Spider-Man. I'm like, name me one thing that's compelling. He's not even Spider-Man. He's not even fucking Spider-Man. He's goddamn little Iron Boy Jr. I'm like, I'll wait, please. I'll wait till Spider-Man shows up. Toby will be there in a minute. Hang on. Even Andrew more so. Shit. And I like Tom Holland. I think Tom Holland would be a great Spider-Man if they'd let him be fucking Spider-Man. He hasn't been Spider-Man since he showed up in Civil War. That to me, that was the last time he got to really play Spider-Man. He's just been Iron Man's liege, as it were. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I don't feel like they've let him really be Spider-Man. Nothing. Nobody.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like I don't know. People say that a lot, but I don't really get what they mean by that. I mean, I feel like in this type of universe, it'd be tough to seclude him to certain threats that nobody else could know about. And it seems like he is dealing with them in his neck of the woods, and nobody else really is. Still, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't see it as that necessarily. I mean, Tobey Maguire, I guess, does okay, but I don't give him that much praise either, to be honest, because he unnaturally changes his personality randomly into being a quipster when he doesn't seem like he'd be one as well. Like, I don't know the character from the comics or anything, so I don't know if that's how he works either. No, he tapped one. English.
Oops. No, Parrot. Tom Holland's pushed for like Spider-Man to be bi or some shit. He's part of the woke in that way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he tried to. Yeah, didn't he dress up like a chick for his girlfriend?
I have not heard about that, but
it's on some show, I think.
Jesus.
Yeah.
At least he's not the Flash. That dude's fucking a train wreck.
Yeah, he ain't that bad.
Yeah, Ezra Miller.
Yeah, if anyone's curious, just look up Ezra Miller Playboy interview.
No.
And see what I mean.
No.
Goddamn train wreck.
Why would you make people curse their eyes if you don't want to jab them out? How dare you?
He's like pan-poly gender fluid. Right up Tony's alley.
They're making Peter look like a dork.
Yeah, I really think that's just Disney playing hardball because they don't have, the exclusive rights to Spider-Man, so they're, I don't know. I don't mind like Tom Holland as Spider-Man, but the movies are just bad. Like Homecoming was kind of all right. It was just copy and paste, but Far From Home was so bad in my opinion. And it sucks too because I really like Mysterio, but it just didn't come together.
Homecoming was copy and paste from what?
It just felt like the copy and paste Marvel method. Like I went in there, I watched it, and it felt like it had all the ingredients to make a good soup. But then, I don't know, it just didn't blend right, I guess. It just, yeah. I guess that's when I first started noticing the formula getting old for Marvel.
I don't know if that one necessarily is in the formula. It's like kid is trying to be a superhero in his neighborhood. This is in a world post-Avengers where there's these superheroes that are much higher class than him and all that, and he sees it as famous. He fought with them for a little bit and then is doing his own thing in his own neighborhood and trying to fight crime that way, and ends up putting a lot of people in danger in his own way. And I don't know,
it's definitely more of a grounded story than your average Marvel movie, but I don't know, it just didn't. It should, like I loved Michael Keaton as Vulture, like I should like that movie more than I did, but I just don't.
Like, I guess I'm trying to understand. It's like, what else should Peter be doing to be Peter Parker, not Iron Boy? Because, I don't know, it seems like he's doing decisions that he would make, but I don't know. I wasn't a comic reader, so I don't know.
Well, Far From Home, for instance, like handing off the glasses was just, it felt like they needed a problem, so they just created one. But I mean, again, that's not Tom Holland's portrayal of Spider-Man, that's the writing, Yeah.
And I want to be clear. I don't blame Tom Holland. Tom Holland seems like a very nice guy, likable. That is the fault of the writers. But like I said, I want, let him grow up. Let him, give him the reins. Let him just be an organic. I wish they would have given him a true standalone like Tobey Maguire got. With no other, superheroes around him. Because you still had, Iron Man present in the first one. Which, like I said, they didn't... If you're developing a new iteration of Spider-Man and you're going to show his origin story, then he needs to be Spider-Man first and foremost,
Yeah, it feels like a filler because it's like, all right, in the Avengers universe, we're gonna get to this point. We've seen him in Civil War, but like, oh, let's just stop in New York. But like, the whole aspiration is like, let me do something so I can get on the Avengers. It's never just like I'm Spider-Man in New York. It's like I'm just trying to get on this team,
But I mean, I feel like he kind of learned that was part of his arc. There was to do it himself. It doesn't matter if he's on the team. It doesn't matter if he's famous with that. I mean, I'd say isn't that a Spider-Man type of arc to go more for the look out for the little guy type of angle at the end? He was trying to hit it big and just going with the small time. I mean, I don't know. It seems like he does Spider-Man okay. I don't know. Like, I don't see Tobey Maguire's one as like I don't know, as like this peak Spider-Man type of thing. And your thing cut out when I was making a point on it. But like, I don't know, with Peter Parker in the Raimi ones, he's this nerd, and then all of a sudden when he's Spider-Man, he's a quipster. Like all of a sudden, like, is that how that happens in comics too, or something? Like he just all of a sudden becomes funny, like, or tries to. But I don't know.
I feel like the way they showed it is these are things that he might say to his bullies if he could actually throw a punch back, and now he can.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, because he does it like he transforms, that Christopher, like when he's like in the ring and he knows like this guy has no idea what I can do. He thinks he's like, oh yeah, my wound saw is ready. It's like you're not ready for Spider-Man, bro.
Right?
Did your husband make that dress for you?
Actually, he did. Oh yeah, and I did. Never mind. I'm the Nacho Man.
I'm a strong woman.
I'm a strong, independent woman. I don't need no man. Oh yeah.
But honestly, what do you call it? Into the Spider-Verse is pretty good too.
That is a good movie. That was good. The animation's fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. As far as Homecoming, because I haven't seen Far From Home, I feel like they do good enough considering they're in this MCU. I mean, I would think it'd be a little weird if they had him be fully isolated, but I like how they kind of presented it as he is trying to impress them, but then when that's taken away, when he was trying to take it into his own hands all the way, when Tony said he'd handle it or whatever, it's like, okay, no, you're cut off, screw this, whatever, just get back to your own stuff. And then he tried to do it himself anyway, regardless of all that. So I don't know. It seemed like isn't that a Peter Parker-y type of thing, to do it regardless if he has the means to? He'll try.
Yeah, just to a certain extent.
What else? Like, I don't know. What should Spider-Man be doing in that film? I guess if you took Iron Man out of it, like I don't understand what that would really make better. I guess.
Like he would have never had any of his tech or anything from I don't know. We should have just had a whole fucking discussion about Spider-Man tonight. Like
we can do it later. Actually, that's fine. Like,
we need to talk more about Spider-Man now. But it's been 3 hours, and yeah,
internet's cut out a few times.
Yeah, my internet. Yeah, I'm having shite weather here. But I'd like to thank everybody for coming out this evening. Smack that like button. Thank you, Manliness and Motivation, Greg Levitri, Glinzer, Superfan Adam Shawhan, Frank and the Shawhan Wiener Dog Clan, Frankie Knows, Parrot Head, Another Monster, Keely Chow.
That fucking Keely Chow! God damn it, Tony! What the fuck, Tone Deaf? It's Keely fucking Chow.
Brutal Morningwood, Godzillionaire. Thank you guys, man. You guys fucking rock. Nano Reaper, even when he's not here, he's here. Thank you guys all. I appreciate you. If I missed your name, I do apologize. I can only go back as far as the chat will allow me. Let's see. Let me kick it over to Rookie Critic first. Rook, what you got coming up over on your channel, man?
What's up? On my channel, maybe a couple videos in the next month, perhaps. But I'm working on videos for the Phantom Collective right now. I've been trying to piece some of those together, getting some other people to cameo in a couple videos, working on them a little bit, which I'll ask you about after this too, by the way, afterward. Okay. And yeah, trying to piece some things together. I got a stream tomorrow. I don't know if I'll have a full-on guest, but we'll see on the Phantom Collective. And yeah, just trying to get that area going because since we started posting again, we realized our watch hours are quite puny. We got over 1,000. I'm like, yay! And then our watch hours, we haven't posted in a year, so working on that.
All right. Thanks, man, for coming on tonight.
Thanks for having me.
I always appreciate it, brother. It's fun, and yeah, we got to do this again soon. And let me kick it over to my man Black Angus. Thank you for coming on tonight, bro. It was fun. Thanks for hanging out all night.
Yeah, no, I'm just laughing at FU's.
Stop using internet, you do.
Wait a second. Hang on. You're gonna make me fucking do it. Wait for it.
You goddamn.
There.
Yeah, nothing much. I be just doing my weekly stream, All American Beef tomorrow with Rookie and PB, Pop Culture PB. Maybe a guest, kind of sporadic with getting guests on the moment. But yeah, 9 p.m. EST on my channel. stop by, have fun. We usually have some funny TikTok weirdos and memes to share, and conversation about what's up in the pop culture news and whatever shenanigans we're up to and chatting. Might be 2-hour stream, might be 4-hour stream. You never know.
We did some awful rap battles last time.
Oh God, that's a new thing for Janie.
Yeah.
It's just fun, just hanging out. So yeah, swing by tomorrow if you're free, and
all right,
hang out and chat.
All right, excellent, man. Well, thanks for coming on, brother.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I was gonna start like, oh wow, he's inviting me on. Thanks.
Absolutely, man. And last but certainly not least, I'm saving the best for last. My brother Tony Tone Deaf. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, man, we've got 153 subscribers at the Clown World Review, and what I need you 153 to do is all band together and start sending me $4 a day. Just $4 a day.
a day. Oh my gosh.
He did the math. What's this for? Is this just to give you a month's salary, or?
Yeah, so I can, quit my day job and consistently make mediocre videos.
That'd only be 18,360 a month. Jesus Christ.
So, come on over to the Clown World Review. Deaf heads.
Yeah, see, Superfan Adam Shawhan said the deaf heads.
Oh yeah, all 153 of my deaf heads.
That'd be 200. That'd be 200,000 a year.
Hell yeah.
See, Brutal Morningwood said, so we can build Wakanda land.
Exactly.
I'm trans non-binary CEO Bob JPEG.
No, now you need to do transracial.
That's your next one, Tony. You got to do
That's the sequel.
Transracial character.
New Lucasfilm CEO Rachel Dolezal.
Rachel Dolezal. Rachel Dolezal had a kid with Talcum X, Sean King, and it turned. Who was it? It was Elizabeth Warner. Seamus.
Speaking of wrestling, I don't know if y'all heard, but R.A.P. Dale the Patriot Wilkes.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
The Patriot died.
Yeah. 59.
Damn, man. And I fucking tell everybody that fucking business takes more than it will ever give you. You can have all the money in the world. If you dedicate a couple decades to that, you're gonna die young. It will take from you more than it ever fucking gives. Rest in peace, man. I hate that. It's a sad fact, man.
Dude was awesome.
He was. Speaking of wrestling, dude, before we go, I actually created some new characters on No Mercy last night. I made Rick Martel, Luther Reigns, and Pez fucking Watley, bro. Pez Watley. Yeah.
You're really reaching deep.
Oh, dude, I'm going way back, like 4 flats on a Cadillac to get these fucking jobbers. Pez Watley was actually a really accomplished wrestler, but by the time he's in WCW in 97, he was kind of like a one-note, it was kind of like pin me, pay me kind of thing. But we're not going to go on any longer, ladies and gents. Let's see. You can find me here tomorrow morning. We have the morning show, myself and Coach Loudy, from 9:30 until about 10:30. Maybe 11 tomorrow morning. I might release, I'm going to release a video tomorrow afternoon. I know. You guys love me. I'll release a video. And then, let's see, tomorrow night, nothing. But Friday, you get the morning show, myself, Coach Loudy, and we'll have Vassy and her Dosset tones on. Her voice, in the morning, not a bad thing. And she puts out great reviews. Check her latest Loki review out too. But yeah, I've got more videos coming. I got to get a Galaxy High video out. I know I've been home alone. I've been working a lot. I've been Galaxy High. What do you want from me, folks? I'm just a man. I'm just a man with a webcam and a microphone making videos about Brie Larson. No, not about Brie Larson. Not about Brie Larson anymore. No, bro, that's it, man.
Really quick, Brie Larson. Yeah. Go find Black Kangaroos on BitChute and watch my Brie Larson video. Captain Marvel. You're going to laugh.
All right. We need to. I'll watch this. On BitChute, you said?
Yeah.
All right.
It was banned, like, insta-banned on YouTube.
I was disappointed. I was looking forward to reactions.
It was
People.
it was supposed to come out like right when the movie was coming out, and yeah, I used some cartoons that, even though they're pulled from YouTube, it's got insta banned.
Oh my lucky stars!
Oh shit! Let's see here. All right, folks. I'm Etep Queen of the Place to Be Reviews. I've been here with all of yous. And remember, if I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow. I'll catch you on the next one, and it's better to burn out than fade away. Star-Lord, you toxic white male son of a bitch, Chris Pratt, take him home.
Boom!